Welcome to PBKC Streaming Live. Streaming Live. Streaming live, West Palm Beach, Florida.
We are live.
Here we are.
Welcome, everybody. You know what time it is. It's our Saturday Black Chip Bounty, 10K guarantee, 41 total players today, and a lot of money to play for. $100 bounties for every player you knock out, and we're going to get you guys right into the action. A lot of familiar faces on our feature table. We got Silver Fox, Mike, all the good guys to have on the stream table.
Mike A. We'll let you decide what the A stands for. Pick your favorite.
James, Kessler, Daniel, Bruce, Trainwreck, Skip, Mike C, and Craig in seat 9, disgruntled Jets fan.
What a fantastic graphic.
This is a good group. We're going to go 4 ways to a flop right away. 7 high board, Kessler flopping the world open-ended with a flush draw. Cricket to go ahead and bet at it with second pair. And I would expect him to face resistance very quickly.
What are you eating? Damn, bro. That doesn't look like a salad. What kind of?
Opts to just call. No, is that a red chip?
I believe he just called.
Okay, he did just call, yeah.
Interesting here.
Oh, next week will be the Thanksgiving sandwich.
Uh-oh.
This could be a big pot. Craig turning. Ace is up. Kessler's still not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, and a raise on the flop from Kessler might have gotten it done, but now Craig's not going to let go of this ace is up.
And he just folds.
He just folds?
That is, can I have that hand?
I mean, it's a decent-sized bet with the 8K, but
Man, you're still
You had
plenty deep
the-
though at this point in the tournament. I mean,
open-ended flush-a-rooney?
and in a bounty tournament, you're trying to cooler people too. I mean,
Put him on tilt forever. Yeah, I'm not folding there.
no shot.
And I mean, the reason that the bet is so big is it went 2,500 three ways, so it was an extra 7,500 into the pot. So, like, when you just look at it, 2,500 on the flop versus 8,000 on the turn, yeah, big increase, but you also went three ways to the turn, so the pot was inflated enough to make it reasonable. Yeah, I'm not folding that hand. Especially if you hit your straight instead of the flush, I think it's pretty disguised.
That's right.
You know?
Giving yourself a chance to cooler someone too in a bounty tournament.
Yeah, and
is-
it's the bounty.
You're plenty deep. Like he could have got a huge pot
Yeah.
off of
It
Craig.
has to be positive EV to call there, like absolutely. Yeah, you put the little extra 100 on top, and I mean he's in position. See what happens with the board, and like I said, if it's a straight card instead of the flush card, he's gonna be shocked that you got there. And you, as a player, I think you sit there with that big of a bet, say like, well, he'd have to have both draws if he came along. Like, how could he have this? So,
Right.
Even though there's enough to, you can sit, it's like going to, I some chicks getting fucking all fucked up by the shot.
That's also why I like raising the flop too. Like,
yeah.
give yourself either a chance to win it there, and then if you're just going to call to try to control the size of the pot, you should be calling down.
Absolutely. I think if you don't raise the flop, then your plan is to call, see what happens. Like,
Right.
I mean, once the ace hits, it's never take it away on the turn. We have the advantage of seeing Craig's cards, and he slammed the ace, but at the same time, like, you lost your fold equity. Yeah, I don't think you should just call the flop if your plan is to quickly give up on the turn if you miss.
So 41 total players after registration. 5 are going to be walking away with some cash. First place paying out $2,383, and our 5th place finisher will get $678, of course, not including our $100 bounties. So really 2 different prize pools these guys are playing for now. 22 players left, so roughly a third of the prize pool in bounties. Blinds are 500, 1,000 with a 1,000 big blind ante. James, another tournament regular. Plays our nightlies as well.
And go ahead.
But no, I was to say I played with him for a long time. Super nice guy.
Mad props to everyone that's worked on our technologies for our stream, because as you can hear, we can hear the players very well. I know it was an issue for a while. And this table's so talkative, Brandon and I might just sit here and look at each other.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I wouldn't dare want to interrupt a conversation from Mike and Trainwreck. So.
Yeah, we can interrupt the public shopping with the wives conversation, but.
Although the chat might request us to mute Mike at some point.
Before the tournament even started, probably.
Yeah, I went there late. I'm gonna have to check it out earlier when the food's still all up.
Oh, you went that late?
I went like 8:30.
You guys are in
like
trouble.
9
In my
o'clock.
brain, I'm like, deuce of clubs on the turn so I can bet. Just, you guys are in trouble.
I do think they're talking about like one of those Publixes that is super stocked up. They have like burritos that they make on premise and pizzas, a coffee bar, all that.
Lunchtime? It's ridiculous.
Is it?
It's literally a mall food court.
Yeah. I went. It wasn't that great. Sorry,
No,
Publix.
not worth it.
I got a burrito and I don't know. It was really soggy, like not in a good way.
Star Hill Farm.
It was not a good wet burrito.
Maker's Mark. I'm looking at the top. I couldn't read the top. Yeah.
So I tried to stop it. I forgot we have to edit the titles twice when we do
I'll
it.
trade
So
you.
I
This is a brewery hat.
assume
I'll
the
trade
YouTube
you.
title right now is
This is
incorrect,
Matthew's
even
Brewery.
though it's
I'll bet you
correct
can
on
borrow
the
Matthew's Brewery in downtown Lickford.
Like I tried to close it, reset it, and it just did
Huh?
it anyway.
Clutch heads, apparently, huh?
No, I just.
2,500.
I like a good deal when I see one.
That's not a head of your style, buddy. That's
Well, I like those styles. It might not fit my head either, because I got a fat
trucker style head.
I am a snapback head.
Those were correct.
Well, because most of the time
Call
those are
25.
There's a secondary window
tight on
comes
my
up
head.
when we
I can't wear
go
it.
live.
Call 4 players.
Go live. It another window pops up where it's like, you know
Both,
what I
but
mean?
they just
And but the title wasn't right on that one, so I don't know if this one overrides that.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, okay, well, that's good.
No, this is what the people will see.
Okay, then good.
Ooh la
Don't
la.
worry about it then. Okay.
Skip with the ace high flush draw.
I thought the second one.
Unfortunately, nobody has anything else too much. James is leading out with his gut shot with the ace five backdoor flush draw,
Not getting us.
but
35 all in.
Skip with the check raise all in is not going to get action here. James is just too weak to think about calling here.
I want to reach over and check your pulse, but then I realize you don't have one. So
Caught me off guard with that one.
bro, I will make you spit. If you got something in your mouth, then I'll make you spit.
Oh, shit, we're drinking?
Bro, it's, Tony bought it because I crippled Mike and he got the bounty off of him.
We're drinking.
Oh, you want something? I got you. No, I know I don't.
I think this is just a save face tank,
Anybody do anything nice?
which is
Yeah.
fine.
I've been drinking the whole time. I've been drinking.
They're talking about drinking. It would be so fun if we had a tournament
Mercedes.
where your buy-in included like all you can
Craig wants
drink,
his drink.
and we commentated on the string with on the stream with these guys like hammered.
Craig wants his drink.
Craig wants a
I
drink.
think that's one of those things where it sounds great in theory, but then
Just put it on mine.
trying to
I know he
execute
doesn't
that
like it,
would
but I'm
be
paying for it.
a handful.
I think I owe you anyway. I think you bought the last round for us when we were drinking. Because I busted and you were still in. So I didn't get to return.
1,000 to play.
I mean, that's the way to do it. When someone buys you a drink and you owe them one, you just bust the tournament so you don't have to give it up. It was fine. What changed?
I don't know.
Call one.
Almost went really large too. And I'm like,
Call.
I didn't know what would get called. You know, I thought the 8 was a good number. If I made it like
Take it
12,
as option 5,000.
But I don't know that though, right? No, you can't. I don't know how strong your hand is. I know it's strong, but I don't know what it is.
I bet I'm all my hand's so huge.
Oh, okay. See you, buddy.
All right.
Hey, Skip's trying to talk to you.
Yeah.
I figured. I won't bear, but I'm not.
Small. Big.
Yeah, we're going down right there. This too.
Really?
They got a $400 blackjack.
All right, we did just lose seat 1, James. To be honest with you viewers, which I promise to always be, I blinked really long and I don't even know what happened. I'll know what happens next time.
Just depends on who you're showing. You know what I'm saying? I think for me it depends on the turnout.
Only 3 o'clock. You should be about 5:30.
I think 6:30 is.
So Daniel getting sneaky here, under the gun +1, just limping with his kings.
2,500.
Mike is going to do the dirty work for him.
Correction. 3,000.
A raise to 3,000. And
I mean, if you're inconvenienced by having to
Call
win,
3.
you know, you're gonna play tomorrow regardless.
I think we're good, but now you nailed it.
All in 21.5.
That's what he asked for. He said Mike C because I know there's going to be another Mike.
he's incognito.
It's not a bad deal. I mean, because,
Yeah, 'cause I went to
but how many wins so last time?
All right, the all-in is up to 21.5 here. Mike had made it 3,000.
Yeah, no, I thought it was.
And Mike is a similar stack size. He would actually be our at-risk player if he did make this call, so he chooses to fold. Kessler has an attractive-looking ace-jack.
200 and something in the.
I would be surprised if he called here when we saw him fold such a strong hand previously. But I'm always proven wrong. Boop. There it is. Kessler, you want to get that 4 or 5 of spades back, buddy, I promise. 4 or 5 of spades open in a straight draw, flush draw is better for 8,000 than ace jack for 18,000, buddy.
With cooler implied odds.
Yeah.
Smelling 3 out of nothing. No, that's why I didn't play today or tomorrow. Yeah, that's why I didn't play.
Okay.
Let's see if it works out for him. So
Bull
far,
move
so
cotton.
clean for the king. No backdoor outs.
King's
and it's
hold.
going to be a smooth run out for Daniel on that limp shove.
Avery, thank you for the feedback, brother. Appreciate it. Thank you for joining us.
Is Daniel a regular? I don't really recognize him.
I don't recognize him either, to be honest.
It's also
And
like,
I'm in here quite a lot.
yeah, it's nice as a regular when you know people's tendencies. So looking up and seeing Mike on the button would also give me incentive to just limp the kings there. So I do like that play. And it did work out for him.
Yeah, you couldn't resist, huh?
Well, I figured I fixed the stream.
No, yeah, dude.
Say hi.
All right, 20 players left.
Bruce is giving out credit cards and gift cards. I'm coming down, Bruce. That wallet is jam-packed.
I'm one of the few people that actually got the
So we're kind of in an awkward part of the tournament where, like, we're not really close to any pay jumps, but and the bounties also aren't worth, like, relative to your stack, they're not worth too much.
But I'm 70. I do less than
I mean, you can't make that up, honestly.
Yeah, there's so much playability there right now too. Like even our shortest stack has 10 big blinds. So I mean, Bruce is gonna have to look to make a move here. Mike's gonna have to make a move here. After those two stacks, the next shortest stack has 44 big blinds.
2,500.
I've just always been, I've been told that even now.
Right, so since each bounty is a third of your buy-in, you're really looking at it like, because the starting stack is 25K, so every bounty is technically worth, you know, roughly 8,000 chips. But now that we're so deep, you don't really have to factor that into, you know, your odds whether you're deciding to call an all-in or not. So, and there's no pay jumps, so you're kind of just trying to accumulate at this point. And what up, Steph?
And I can't. It just, I am wrecked. But I can do.
Steffi Mo, we'd like to apologize on behalf of our well-mic'd table for all of the F-bombs. We know that version ears, such as thous, are probably a little hurt by it. But these guys are going to be a fun group.
35 feet to 40 feet total depth, but with the bombs, you're like
4,000. Raised to 4,000.
25 to 30
Hey, I'm
feet.
looking at my cards, and already I don't like them.
I have to.
Steffi Mo from the commentator box to the chat box, always visiting us. We love you.
I want to
You
get.
and me, huh?
I don't want to
Make it
do.
official.
I'm not certified scuba like my son is, but I want to get this. I haven't bought it yet. I want to. It gives you like 10 minutes of air. So it's just on your map.
Bruce is our current short stack at 8,500.
Makes it easier. That's all. I mean, I only need like 2 or 3.
Got
And even as
Craig
deep as
and
these guys
Trainwreck.
are,
Right.
we've had 3 knockouts since we started
Especially if I got a spear.
15 minutes ago, not even.
Yeah, most players aren't going to be, like, calculating whether or not they should be making a call to attempt to knock someone out, factoring in the value of the bounties. They're kind of just, I sort of like my hand, price is reasonable, I'm in.
You're gonna be fine, so you get to
Which I guess in a lot of cases is okay.
And then you're like, fuck.
Steffi says Craig won last night. What was that number, Steffi Mo?
I did not know Craig took it down.
It ended very early, I think.
Yeah, it did.
Really early.
Because we had a ton of dealers downstairs at like 9:30, 10
Yeah.
o'clock.
I don't know if there weren't many players as usual, but
All in. 8-5.
he should not be a lot, but his dad was a scuba diver. He lived on
Bruce is picking a respectable king-queen to shove on here. He is
5.
in 3rd place, but Trainwreck and Daniel are sharing an ace.
You can, yeah. I mean, you can really call this all in with any two at this point, to be honest.
1 in a million that he's alive. 1 in a million.
With Daniel's chip stack, I think that I might have liked him shoving here after
rejamming.
Trainwreck just calls.
Yeah.
Like, try to get that dead money. You're probably ahead. Like, what's he not raising with that's better than ace-jack?
Yeah.
And then you're the one
And
fighting
if
for the
Jeff,
bounty.
Yeah, if Jeff would have had a hand, he would have rejammed too.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have like slow played and gotten cute there.
Yeah, minimally some kind of raise that's like, all right, if we're playing for, I'm going to inflate it here and get it in. So, and of course we see Daniel Flopswell here hitting top pair with his top kicker. Trainwreck has no incentive to call. I think this might be just a little bit of like, hey guys, in this situation, don't bet me out because I'll minimally think about it. He's not thinking about it. He's thinking about that Publix cafeteria that he talked about. Pizzas are on special this week. All right, Steph is saying 41.66 for first, and Lenny took second, 3,400.
Well, I got a couple lives anyway. You haven't hit me since
Oh, for the daytime.
hit me this time.
That has to be the daytime then, because she said that he jumped into the night tournament.
Yeah.
Okay.
The daytime ended
That'll seal the deal.
That's sick. Yeah, he just gets his payout and jumps right into the Friday mulligan.
Look over the side without putting your face in water and see the bottom. This is one of those days. Yeah, it's like 5 times a year.
Yeah, I think with the ace jack there, it went up to 8,000 and he had like 35 behind, something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you just put in like a tempting raise, you for sure have Trainwreck beat with your hand with ace jack, or else we would have heard from him.
Yeah, he's super capped.
So whether you want to tempt him to call and inflate the pot further and get a side pot started, everything like that, I do think it's likely with his just call that you have him dominated. Like, he has a ton of aces there with his just call. We happen to see that he did have one. He could have some jacks there with a call. King jack suited, I think, is calling the 8 grand, you know, queen jack, stuff like that. So you just have so many hands dominated. Other hands that he just calls with that he might call the all-in with, you're flipping with. Pocket 7, something like that. So I think minimally inflate it and tempt him to come along when you probably have the best hands. Flip it worst, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Otherwise, jam, get him out of there from something weird happening. Then you're, you know, you have his 8,000 dead money. Nice incentive right there. You're the only one battling for the bounty chip. So.
When he tells a story, it takes like 30 minutes.
Eventually, I'm going to agree with somebody's play, though. I want you to know that. So far, I'm like,
that's
nope,
always my
nope,
problem.
Like, we need like a buzzer here that we can hit.
Whenever I commentate with Oak, I'm like, surely he's going to do this here, and it literally never happens. And Oak's like, man, you're off your game today. I'm like, I'm sorry, like.
I know. I'm ready for someone to like trip me downstairs and be like, should have folded pre-flop, huh? Commentator. And me be like, I'm just doing my job. I'm sorry. I try to say it in nice ways. Like, I mean, maybe we're wrong. You know, maybe we're completely wrong.
No, we're not wrong, because
I
when
know,
I
I'm
do
never
that,
wrong.
when I do
I'm
some of
never
these
wrong.
things,
Yeah.
I get torched.
Yeah.
And I learn from it
absolutely.
because I've learned from it. I
Yeah.
have battle scars to prove that I'm right.
Yeah.
In most spots, and not, you know. I don't play a lot of bounty tournaments, so as much as I like the idea of them, they're fun. I always, would look forward to playing one. I just don't get the chance to, really.
All right, we're gonna fill up here down to 18 players.
What up, Ernest? What's up, bro? What's going on,
Long
buddy?
time no see.
Mr. PBKC picks himself. We taking the Dolphins tomorrow? Okay. He shook his head yes. That might mean we need to fade them. Nice. Oh, it's a sick bet. That's a great bet. That's what's up. What's up? Yeah, no, Miami balled out. It was a good win for them. All right, buddy.
All right, so I think it's interesting. Brandon just mentioned he does not play many bounty tournaments. And I mean, sometimes that's just because they're not available when you're available. But do you think you're well suited for bounty tournaments? Like, what do you think your niche tournament is?
I've always I'm such a boomer. I love freeze outs are mine. That's by far my favorite format. Not even close. I will travel to Vegas just to play the WSOP freeze out, like the #1 event on my schedule.
Have you had success in Vegas with it?
Not there.
Okay.
But I've always just the idea of limiting the absurd amount of reentries in some of those huge tournaments. I mean, you got people entering 10 times. And and I think you maximize your fold equity too in a tournament like that, where I'm comfortable, applying pressure on people in that format. Okay, but yeah. Steph, you and I are we're Unk status, I think. In the gaming world, we definitely are.
I mean, some of it is convenience. A lot of tournament players, it's a social thing. But it's interesting to me when you get to bigger buy-in tournaments, and maybe you ask somebody what tournaments do you excel in? Where are your weaknesses? And they can't tell you. If you're a really passive, tight player, why are you in my bounty tournament?
No, for sure.
I just, yeah.
No, right.
I don't think people take a step back enough and think, like, what tournament is best suited for me, you know?
For sure.
And
For sure. And I think that's part of it, too, is, like, playing, you know, the Bounty 4-bet. You really got to keep in mind you're playing for 2 different prize pools. So being able to loosen up your range when you're calling it all in, like, that's just, I know that I'm not as well versed in that as other formats, if that makes sense.
no, for sure. Just knowing what spots are, like, premium, what...
Yeah, like, there are times where, like, a button will shove, and I have, you know, queen 8 in the big blind, and it's a snap call, like, when you look at the math, like, in certain spots. Whereas, like, in a normal tournament, I might, you know, give it some pause.
One of my favorite tournament formats is I've played an all-in or fold tournament.
Okay.
Literally, you're going all in or you're folding. And, like, hearing friends of mine that are really good at math talk about different aspects of that is always cool to me. And, I mean, you almost never find an all-in or fold tournament. I don't even know if they still run it where I played it a zillion years ago. But just things like that where it's like, there are some people in this tournament that just are clueless and they're just lighting money on fire. But
Yeah.
I do think it's important to, like, take a step back. Like, I mean, our players, one of the things that I like so much is we have so many regulars. I think that the Kennel Club treats our regulars super well.
Agreed.
We have our Player of the Month points, great prizes for it. Like, if you ask somebody, like, oh, what does Player of the Month get? And, like, it was a brand new player, I think they'd be like, I think first place probably gets into the main, the multi, and it's like, no, we give away a ton more than that. Like, it's just such a nice, like, thank you for coming out, for being a regular here, for supporting us. We're going to support you. And it's fun, you know? I always say, like, it's fun to beat your friend in one tournament, but if you beat them for the month,
Oh, yeah.
you better be calling them at 5 a.m. and going, beat you, sucker, and hanging up. Like,
Oh, yeah. People are, like, calling off work. Like,
Yeah.
It's a real thing.
Yeah, when you get close to the points and the month is starting to wrap up on who's going to make it and everything, I love it. I
No,
think
I do
that,
too.
Like, it's just a whole nother level of competitiveness, sportsmanship. Like, it's just so cool. But I was going to say, like, if you play with somebody often and you think that their skill level is at yours or above yours, ask them questions about poker. Like, I just
Yeah.
don't think that people ask. Like, you hear so many bad beat stories, but you don't hear someone going like, hey, bud, we've become friendly. What do you think my weaknesses are? Or, like, what tournament do you recommend I play in more often? And I think they're going to be honest, you know? I don't think someone's going to be like, oh, like, it's not like when you have a tell on someone and you're like, I'm never going to tell you what your tell is.
Yeah,
Like,
no, I get what you're saying.
yeah, something general where it's like, I tell players sometimes when I see them, I'm like, how come I don't see you playing our bounty? Like, you're the most aggressive person I've ever met. You're either going to felt right away, or I'm going to see you at the final with ching-a-ling in your pocket, all the bounties. So, ask me. I'll tell you what tournament you should play. Or don't ask me, and I'll probably tell
Yeah,
you
don't
what
ask Dana
tournament
what
you
your
should
weaknesses
play.
are, because then she'll start getting personal.
I'll be like, how much time do you have today?
Actually, you let people run you over, and it might say something about your personality.
Yeah, like,
You're a doormat.
I'll
But
be
that-
like, I actually have never seen you when I do commentary. Do you ever make the final table? And while I'm talking about, like, how nice we are to our regulars, and they're like, you're mean to me.
But, you know, you build up the rapport, you know, it's,
Yeah.
you know, would never say that to
No,
Yeah,
and
I'm brand new.
I do think most of the players that dish it out love to take it. Not
Oh.
even that they can take it, they love it.
Oh, yeah.
Mike here is one of my favorites to see upstairs, downstairs, and cash anywhere. And he's so fun to talk to off to the side. And, I mean, you can talk poker with Mike, and he'll tell you, like, his rationale for betting something, for a certain way he played, something like that. And, like, he does get the game. He gets his opponents. He has, you know, his Polly Pocket notebook out that he knows who's aggressive in what spots. He's seen them bluff in this spot. And he also is good at being mean. Yeah, he'll rag on you with the best of
Yeah.
them for sure.
Mike,
He definitely
yeah.
teases the crap out of me, and I love it.
Yeah, if you're a new player too, you really got to just know Mike's personality. 'Cause it's never like, it sounds personal, but it's never personal. Oh my gosh, what a run out. Rocco rivering the straight. Kessler flopped the boat and slow played it the entire way. He gets snapped.
He hadn't even let go of the chips, and
wait
Rocco
till
caught him. Yeah.
Rocco sees the bad news.
Yeah.
What a disgusting run
But
out.
Rocco's not like surprise. Like, and I mean the spades got there too. So Rocco's like, I'm beating the ace, you know, for the straight to the 5, but there's a lot he's not beating. So it's disappointing, but it's not shocking.
Smitty, what up, brother? No, Steph, someone called you expired. That's that's a little punk.
Somebody called you expired when you were streaming? Like
No,
when you were...
no gaming, gaming
Okay.
online. Yeah, they've called Steph all sorts of names. Decrepit.
Oh, shoot.
Yep. Expired is pretty savage. To be honest, that'd get a laugh out of me.
When I played Call of Duty, everybody wanted me on their team, and I was horrible. But I was just a girl with a microphone, so they were like, oh, my God.
Yeah, the second you talk, you're getting a reaction from the entire lobby.
But I played for a few years with a group of maybe like 15 people. There was like a core like 6 that would be on every night. And it was really fun. I ended up getting into like a nice group on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gaming,
when everybody
gaming
wants
gets a
you,
bad
you
rap.
can choose, you know? You
Yeah.
can pick your team and stick with them.
100. Oh, for sure. Some of the closest friends that I have in my life now are all from gaming.
That's cool.
Oh yeah. It's like-
Yeah, I've met a couple of them in real life. Some people I knew personally before I got onto it. But
Same.
Yeah, I did meet a couple people, and that was always really neat.
I mean, I would say 3/4 of my closest friends are from the gaming world.
Okay. I would say, like, if time wasn't real, which it's not, and I could just do whatever I wanted, like, no repercussions, and I, like, never slept or whatever, I would game a ton. I think it's so fun. Like,
It is. It's a blast.
I was not good, and I had so much fun with it.
See, that's how you know.
Yeah,
That's how you know
yeah,
that
for
it's,
sure.
you know.
That it's, like, a fun, cool experience, yeah. And you do get to, like, meet some people sometimes that are like, wow, I really like this person. Like, they're funny. I used to laugh out loud all the time when I'd be on my team. And yeah, I do miss it. But now I play peekaboo. It's also a very fun game. It's very cool.
Yeah, now when I play for like more than 2 hours, I'm like Happy Gilmore's mom. My fingers hurt. And like I can't game for more than like 2 hours without.
And it's bad when you deal then. I hold the
That's
controller so tightly.
Same. No, me too.
Yeah.
I have a death grip on it, so it's like my hands got mileage on them. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to wear them down. Problem is, Steph, I don't play COD though. I mean, I do, but
Oh my gosh.
I just hate it. I hate it. To be honest.
I mean, I don't think there's anything better.
You're missing out.
You have your whole chat over there by yourself. The chat's so far away from me. Did anyone say anything cool? Oh, Steffi Mo's having a whole conversation.
Yeah, Steph called you a noob because you're like, I have this group of players, and she's like, it's called a clan.
No,
It's
no.
it is a clan. To be honest, she's
No.
right. That's how old we are. We used to call them clans.
We, nobody's feelings got hurt if you cheated on each other or anything like that. I don't think it's a clan. I think that it's a family of misfits.
Yeah.
It's always sad, though, when you think about, like, the last time I, like, really played Call of Duty, I did not know that that was the last time.
That's the sad thing.
That's
is
very sad.
when I go through my friends list and it's like last online 4 years ago. I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, I used to play with that guy every day.
I love you forever. Where are you?
All right, here, looking at these chip stacks, bouncing out a little bit. Yeah, I don't see any short stacks now, so 18 players left, 5 into the money.
Yeah, my man Mikey, he was at like 10K, 10, 15.
Just hanging around.
He's been
hanging
doing
around.
work. Hanging around. And he kind of, especially for Mike, did it quietly. Like, I couldn't tell you, like, oh, he won this one, this one, this one. He's just been chipping up and getting there and making some aggressive plays. Train wreck.
Taking it down with the C bet. So Dana, you didn't tell me what your preferred tournament format is.
Oh, I love Big O high-low. 5 cards, high-low,
You're
more
insane.
fun. And it's funny, too. I mean, for a lot of years now, I've played a lot of Pot Limit Omaha. And the last tournament that I played was a multi-day, and I won it. I mean, we chopped like 4 ways, but it was like for 14K each. It was decent. And it was Hold'em. And I'm like, I haven't played Hold'em in 7 years. And it's like, maybe I should. Because it was the only poker that I played all year, actually. Was this one tournament. I won it. And then I'm like, where's the PLO at? Like, I don't know. And it's funny, too. I feel like I've talked to people about this. And when you play Pot Limit Omaha, where you get 4 cards and there's so much maneuvering and possibility and everything, then when you play Hold'em, it's almost like I get more nervous. Like, the pots are smaller for the most part and everything like that, but it's just like, I mean, they have to have it, right? Why are they betting? They're, like, so it's a fun transition to go back and forth, but yeah.
Some players tell me all the time, once you play PLO a lot, you can't go back to Hold'em.
Yeah, I think it's difficult. But I think of myself as, like, pretty fluid. Like, if I am in a room and Hold'em and PLO are next to each other, I want to play with as many silly people as I can.
Yeah.
Like, I always think about that, like chip stacks and things like that when we were talking about this, and just awareness of the game. Clean run out for the Kings here. I think that, like, I'll be dealing cash sometimes, and a player will come up to the game and be like, oh, there's too much money on this table. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, you can still buy in for the minimum if you want, or, like, for the number that makes you comfortable. Why would you rather go play somewhere where, like, if this stack shift a little bit, you're now like, well, who can I make money off of here? Like, this guy has, you know, a quarter of my stack and so on. I always thought that was, like, the weirdest thing I would hear in poker, is being like, oh, there's too much money on this game. Like, what?
There's way too much opportunity here.
Like, you don't have to literally, like, physically carry the table out the door.
I
It's
think,
okay
yeah,
that there's lots of chips on it.
I think the problem is, like, you're just worried about, because there's so much money on the table, therefore the pre-flop action is going to be so heavy.
Yeah.
And it'll be such a large portion of your stack. But at that point, you just got to play super tight and wait.
Yeah, just change things up a little bit.
You got to just be willing to wait and double up.
If the reason for the money being on the table is still on the table, you're going to find out quickly.
Yeah.
There's going to be, like, somebody buying in for the max and going bananas and spreading the wealth. And it's basically, I think it's a much easier style of poker overall. It's like 7 people are gunning for that one person versus, like, it's like in Rounders where he's like, we're not out here, like, what does he say? When they all end up in Atlantic City together. Like, they're not playing together, but they also don't, like, eat their
but they're
own.
not going to. Yeah, they're not going to
Yeah.
go. They're not going after each other either.
Yeah.
They're, like, looking for opportunities to stay
Yeah.
out of each other's way.
Like, I promise you, when there's, like, a super whale at the table in cash game, when they go to the bathroom, like, everybody starts talking. And they're like,
for
oh,
sure.
I was like, I wanted you to get him.
Or
you
if they
don't want them
rack
to,
up and leave, they're like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It
I
takes
used to,
it takes one player to make a game. To be honest.
I for sure have had, like, very poker intelligent friends for a lot of years, and I always thought it was cool. One of my friends used to make a point of, it was a private game, PLO, and, like, when the sucker would leave, he would make sure that people knew, like, we don't rack up right away. Like, wait till he's gone.
Yeah, 100%.
Let's give it, like, minutes till he's out of the building, out of the parking lot. Like, you don't want this person to, like, know that, like, they're being attacked, you know? Be social, be kind. Like, when people rant and rave, how could you play that?
I know. And you know what? When I first started playing, I was like that. Like, getting mad about people calling my raises was stupid. You know, it's like, dude, this is what you're playing for. Yeah. But then you go somewhere else, and they're super tight, and, like, this is why. This is why you don't complain when you're getting rivered all the time. It's a sign of a good game. It's just the price you have to pay for good poker.
And, I mean, you definitely want poker in general to have longevity. So if people stop having fun doing this, if it's no longer enjoyable, something where people feel like, I have a shot to make money. Like, Jamie Gold did it. I can do it, too. Like, if you're just berating players, you're just literally, like, taking away from your livelihood, your recreation, whatever it is. So be kind.
No, it's a great point. It really is like you're marketing the game.
Yeah, you want to build the poker community in every way you can. Like, invite people you meet to play poker. Tell them how rad it is.
And it hit me, too, because I'm not typically a table games guy, but once in a while at the creek, like at the end of a session, I would just go and put like a couple $100 on one-handed blackjack and leave, whether I won or lost. And when I would win, and then I would rack up and leave, like I'm essentially hitting and running on them.
Yeah.
And the guy would always say, thank you for the action. And I'm like, wait a minute. He's very glad I just tried to do that. You know what? The house is encouraging me to do that.
No, it's, yeah.
So they're like, you're willing to gamble when it's not at your advantage. Like, even though we lost, thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, like make you want to come back. And then if you do find a place like that where they're kind to you, they're humble, they're whatever, like, and you have an opportunity, like, okay, it's equidistance, this room or that room, like, where are you going to go play? I'm going to go play where I'm going to have a nice time and they're not going to make me feel awkward.
Yep, and easier said
How
than
dare you
done.
play one hand with your own money that you earned and win and leave us? Like, the lights aren't going to go off when Brandon hits one hand of blackjack. Like, they're still going to be able to pay their power bill.
And they're like, you know what, this guy keeps doing that. Like, he's giving it all back.
It's
That's
losing
the
in
whole
the
point.
long run, yeah. I don't like blackjack because I hate that, like, decision of, like, 16, you're supposed to hit. I'm like, I don't want to hit. I just want to win. Like, it's more stress than fun for me, blackjack. I rather play, like,
I gave that up a long time ago.
yeah. It's just knowing what could have, should have, would have been, too. Like, I don't like it. Too much pressure on me.
Trainwreck.
Yeah, he's really
Not
in the
liking
tank
this
here.
spot here.
He's cut out the chips to see how much he'd have behind if he calls and loses. I think that, you know, these guys have played a ton of poker together, Trainwreck and Skip. So I think that he knows that Skip is probably going to have him dominated here because of the history. It's frustrating to call, hit your hands, and be like, wait, I just called so that I could fold.
Yeah.
But Skip shows him the
hit
ace.
one of the better flops
both.
you're going to hit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a good lay. That's a disciplined lay down, though.
That's something I'll say as a PLO player that will sometimes play Hold'em. Like, if I look down at aces and, you know, I get action, I literally will sit there in my mind and go, don't get married to him. Don't get married to him. And it's like,
yeah.
You just have to know, like Trainwreck just did. He called a raise, hits his card. It's very frustrating to have to fold there, but you still can't just, like, dig your hand or dig your heels into the sand and be like, well, I got this far. Like, minimize your mistakes. I'm not saying calling preflop was a mistake, but now it's starting to feel like it is when the guy shoves on you. So don't compound errors. And
that's why people don't like, you hear, I hate ace king, I hate pocket jacks, is because, like, the value of that hand pre-flop, and then on certain flops, the whole hand changes.
That's
your
really
hand
good,
becomes the nuts to, like, a bluff catcher, or you know what I mean, or like a king high board. It's a pretty marginal hand, but pre-flop, that's basically the nuts. So.
And that's a really good way to explain it, because when people say that, I'm like, oh my god.
I'm like, dude, what are you talking about?
Like a top 5 hand, and you're like, I hate this hand. Like,
it makes
really?
no sense.
I always look at him and I go, I'd marry ace king.
I say the same thing too. I'm like, what are you talking about?
But it's cool because if you think of it that way, like, I'll marry ace king, but maybe by the turn I'll divorce it. You know?
Yeah, you're right.
And then maybe 3 hands from now we'll reconcile and get back together, and it'll be really hot. Like, you just have to have this, like, constant fluidity in your game and in your thinking. And yeah, so that was, like, really seen there with Trainwreck. Like, call, this sucks. I fold, and he saw that he was absolutely right, too. He's drawing to 3 outs. No, yeah, 3 outs.
And that's, like, really the good thing about tournaments, too, that I've always liked, is that, like, cash games is really just about the value of your hand by itself. But in a tournament, it's really picking the correct spot.
Yeah.
And it's not that, like, you know, he didn't have a bad – Jeff didn't have a bad hand, but
Yeah.
it's like that is not the spot where you're calling a raise and then they're shoving all into you. It's like you're only beating a bluff.
This is
So-
super interesting. Oh, good job, Skip. What? Okay, Craig shows ace-9. We had the graphic as 6-9, but he did have trips. So it looked like Skip was drawing dead with his call, but the 7s were so strong there. With you have 9s and 7s, so you have second pair with the 9s out there. You had the gut shot straight draw. He doesn't hit the card on the end. Tell us, Trainwreck. Tell us more. What happened to your pocket 7s?
Yeah, if you're a good player, I think you need to lean towards – this might be something that I'm wrong, but lean towards making, like, tighter folds because you're going to be so well-versed and being able to find a better spot later. You'll be able to recognize those chances. And, yeah, sure, like, you might get blown off a couple hands here and there, but –
I didn't see Smitty doing roll call on YouTube, but I saw at least one of those people.
Fredo's upstairs, Smitty. I did see Fredo.
Yeah, I was going to say, I saw
Gino is not
Fredo when
up
we
there.
started, but
Fredo's up there. Yeah, Rocco was up there. Obviously, he's down here now.
we don't hear Gino, so he's not in the building. He's probably not in the county if we can't hear him.
Yeah. I hear Gino in my sleep, so.
Not Pink Panther cartoon, no. No. I don't think so. That would be sick if that's what it was. It wasn't, though. It
was
wasn't.
part of another show. They were like a sub in a show.
Brandon, how did Craig get all these chips?
An episode happened, right?
Was it that last hand wasn't huge? Was it the pot?
I want you to know, Skip,
I just,
even though he's putting that on you, it is not
He
don't know.
he may be silently accumulating.
I mean,
Well, he had did he have the Kings versus Ace King? That one hand?
man.
I thought he had Kings versus Ace King.
So,
held.
viewers, Brandon and I were here until closing last night.
Yeah,
and
yes, this is true.
yeah, we shut the room down at 5 a.m. I actually did leave at 4, but
Yeah, I left at 5:11.
yeah. So I know that was like enough time to get a little rest, but yeah,
I mean,
not in
not
my
really.
house. Yeah.
Because I'm not that person to like I can just get home, shower, and instantly sleep. You know, it's gonna take me at least an hour after I
Yeah.
get home.
No, absolutely. I
To pass
slept like
out.
3 or 4 hours.
Isn't that what you want? An active table? I mean, seriously. Hey, good job, Matt. Way to keep us in line, buddy.
Kessler gonna open up
It's
7-6 of spades under the gun.
should get turned up more so that anybody that's watching could actually hear. Like you can't hear unless they're screaming.
So if he's gonna raise with this, he better not be folding later on when he flops an open-ended flush draw.
Oh, you are. Well, yeah, because we're having rather loud conversation. 11. We are. We do not.
Skip just gonna flap behind him with a pair. Gonna set mine, and I would assume Brett's in too. Did he 3-bet? Brett may have 3-bet from the small blind. He did.
11.
3 ways to a flop.
And that was pretty snap too,
That's why the resolution.
with the call behinds.
Pretty
Some people really have.
bad flop for everyone.
What a renegade. You're such a renegade.
Gonna be difficult, yeah. Difficult for Brett to rep this board. Just gonna check it around. Interesting now, Kessler turns a flush draw.
Bro, I'm just here
Found him.
trying to deal. Did you? Oh, there they are. Oh my God.
Definitely know that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bets. Brett gonna bet almost half pot,
No, that's not it.
thinking he
And-
might be good.
So Kessler has the gut shot, but he might not love the gut shot because a queen would beat him if it hits. I kind of feel like he should shove or fold here. 16, He has 50 basically behind, so if he just calls, he's down to 34. I don't know. What do you think of that spot?
I mean, I probably just fold. Because you're assuming you're straight out's no good. It's a pair board. You could be drawing dead. I don't know.
I kind of like a shove.
If you're going to play it, yes, I would agree with a shove.
Because the person has to have something so good to call you, I feel like.
For sure. No, right. He's probably not going to have a jack.
Yeah.
Squeezing pre. And if he's stabbing with an ace, like, you're going to get him off the hand. If he has a marginal hand like he had, like 7s or 6s or something, you're going to get him off. So
yeah.
Anything but call.
That's still a high number.
Updated chip counts here. Craig is our chip leader now, 120,000. And Skip is our short stack, along with Kevin and Mike, right around 35K.
Please. These guys are sitting so close to each other for the volume they're at.
Know everybody. I just know their names.
Anyway, so his dad had bought a Hyundai Ioniq.
Right.
And it only had like 20,000 miles on it. And like literally, he's like, here what CarMax is giving me for it. You can have it for less. I'm like, okay.
And CarMax is always ripping you off, so you got a good deal on it.
Yeah. And it's fucking amazing. It gets 50 miles to the gallon, and it's hybrid.
It's hybrid, yeah.
But it gets 50 miles to the gallon. Like, and I drive like a fucking maniac, and it gets 50 miles to the gallon.
No, Craig.
Literally 50 miles.
I could have had a read on that situation. You know, some people just look like they're not great drivers, or like there's someone that would like cut you off, or like Craig definitely looks like someone that would give me a lot of rage in my heart on the road.
Yeah, someone does something questionable on the road and you're passing them. How often do you look over at them to see what they look like?
Yeah, I mean, like Skip, excellent driver. You know, very courteous.
Not in a hurry.
Yeah, and if somebody cuts Skip off, he like puts a hand in the air and he's like, ugh. And then it's like he moves on with his day. I want to ask him.
Yeah, they're crazy. They get a tremendous amount of 3,000 autonomy. The hybrids, yeah.
I just don't know. I like to.
All right, Brett makes the call here with the ace high. Craig does turn a gut shot with his queen jack.
You don't have to give it up, just park it.
Ace high still good on the end. Nothing scary happens. So if ace high is calling the flop, I imagine ace high is going to call the river here. 6,500 into 18K.
Steph, I sent you a text. By the way.
I got another one wrong, Brandon. Oh my gosh, we need to start keeping a little tally in here of how many we get wrong.
So this is also, like, this is my sports betting hell. It's like when you're watching NFL, they say the popular phrase is you can't assume rational coaching. You can't assume coaches are going to make play calls that make sense.
Okay.
So, like for you fantasy football guys, you're like, how is he not touching the ball 20 times? Why are you not throwing the ball to your best receiver? Same thing. Like, surely they won't run this 180-pound running back straight up the middle into 300-pound linemen, and they do it.
Listen, you said it in a nice way, but I want the viewers to know I've never said anything as mean as what Brandon just said. He basically is saying that us as backseat drivers are crushing it, and you guys make every wrong decision. Even when there's not, like, a wrong decision available, you, like, go out of your way to find it. And I've never said that, viewers. So keep writing into that tall Josh.
Just don't push me down the stairs.
Just remember this moment that comparatively, I'm the nice broadcaster.
Sure.
I like that analogy so much, but it was pretty mean, like in the best way. I'm really happy you said that. I like that one.
I mean, listen, you got to prepare people for South Florida poker. It's just the nature of the beast.
No, absolutely.
Like pro players from Vegas will come and play at another property, or they'll come play here, and it's like, dude, you throw your solver out the window. What are you doing?
Yeah.
You're assuming you can put someone on a range, or they're going to always do this in this spot, and it just doesn't happen.
And it's like the more Florida's a very aggressive poker scene.
For sure.
And
for
like
sure.
Vegas players, yeah, they get like this kind of rude awakening if they haven't heard about it. I think that Texas is the most aggressive poker scene from what I'm hearing. And it makes sense because it's kind of like wherever poker's the newest, you do get like kind of more like maniac play. And Florida poker has only had the stakes and, you know, betting sizes, all of that for 12 years? That sounds kind of right. Yeah. I would say like 12, 13 years, right? We could look it up. But, I mean, it used to be that all these cash games were $100 max buy-in. You played 5-10 no limit. You had 10 big lines at most. Yeah. Or no, it's $100 no more, no less. Literally 100, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is like a relatively new thing that we have here. Yeah, it's been a decade, but like the action just pumped up so much when that change happened. I have trips. I have trips too. I have trips. Kevin might be the quietest person I've ever seen. Look, he doesn't even want to ask. He didn't say any words. He's just putting his chip over for change, but he doesn't say change.
It's a sign of confidence.
So, since I have the great relationship with our viewers that I do, I will let you know that if somebody's really upsetting me and I'm dealing and they need me to break one of their chips, I do it. And as I give them the change, I look at them and I say, change. Because I want them to change.
In my house, if my wife didn't
Oh, but she's the nice one, guys.
And then I put the cherry on
She's the
top.
nice one.
If somebody that's nice at the table asks for change very quickly after, I look at them and I say, don't you ever change.
Come on, dude.
So that's nice. I think that that's like a pretty subtle
You're,
thing.
so you're,
like if
you're a
someone,
Sour Patch Kid.
oh yeah, first I'm sour, then I'm sweet.
You're a Sour Patch Kid.
1,000%. That is my spirit animal. Is Sour Patch Kid.
That's you and Christine.
Yes.
You literally are.
Oh my gosh, Christine's gonna be so thrilled that you compared her to me. What an honor and compliment. I'm gonna make sure. What's our time here on the broadcast
you're gonna
so that I
timestamp
can? What is it? Technology's hard. I don't know. All right, we started like almost an hour ago. I got this. Yeah. I think Christine might be the same, but flipped. First she's sweet and then she's sour. Like,
I would. Yeah.
if you provoke, then like you're just done.
Like,
everybody has a little something on this hand, but not going to be enough to
not enough.
continue.
Enough to get it paused,
yeah.
but you're not gonna eventually call.
And Mike definitely is looking for some action here. He has the ace. He has the nut heart draw. He has backdoor straight draw. Like, there's really not a turn card that doesn't just give him, like, a little winky, right? So, unfortunately for him, I'm telling you right now, especially after the pause, he's like, call, train wreck, call. And Kevin's not saying a word.
I hit just about everything.
Kevin, it's your button. Are you excited? Yes. I deal to Kevin. He's cool. He doesn't talk, but he's cool.
Oh, it's next hand. She said next hand. She did say next hand.
All right, blinds will be going up after the conclusion of this hand. The players are looking forward to that.
Hey, the black spy over here needs.
I think we're going to get promoted after this broadcast. I think Josh is going to be like, are you guys available to do this full time? We got great response from the audience.
I'm trying to think who would be the first player to accidentally push me down the stairs after criticizing their pre-flop play.
Craig.
You know what? It is Craig.
It's Craig.
You're absolutely right.
He looks like an aggressive driver that would cut you off and do all the things. He's pushing you down the stairs, buddy.
Yeah, and he knows I'm a Cowboys fan too, so he's just like double, like, huh.
Yeah, that was. Ask me another question that's easy to answer.
Yeah, you kind of, yeah.
I mean,
scary
Christine
how
might
quickly
push you down the
nailed.
stairs now too, but
Yeah. What do you mean? I gave her a compliment.
I know. But
One time I was playing here, and I went to throw like my Annie or something into the middle. One of the chips rolled past her to where she had to reach, and she gave me this look like I just slaughtered her puppy.
Oh, not the puppy. That doesn't sound like Christine at all.
She looked at me. She's like, you know better. I'm like, okay, I know better.
Oh, that does sound. The know better sounds like Christine. She loves when I do my change routine. Change.
No, I think that's hilarious. I might steal that.
It's like the most like undercover mean thing that I do.
It's
sure.
great because they can't. You have plausible deniability.
Yeah, I mean now that it's recorded, maybe less, but
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, I forgot about that. You know, it's like my shtick for years.
Yeah, cash game
I
players
never forget
ain't
about
watching
it.
this.
Yeah.
They're sleeping still.
Raise 5,000.
Kevin said a word, guys. He said raise. Aw, Kevin.
Yep. Gonna open it up semi-short to 5K.
I think I've made Kevin laugh before, actually.
It's impressive.
I
I don't believe you.
No, I think so. I'm gonna ask him. Oh, big yawn. Saying one word was exhausting. Look at Kevin. I like Kevin.
Skip's definitely a good driver. I think that's a good read.
1,000%.
That's a good read. Who he actually knows the rules of the road, you know?
Yeah.
Like, no,
He knows
I'm supposed
what
to
to
yield
do
here.
when the light is out and there's no like response team. He knows who's supposed to go first. Absolutely. He probably knows, like, you know how it's like you don't really think about it, but we all could be like, oh yeah, like the state parks are like a brown sign, and yeah, Skip knows all of those, and he's like, really, not everyone knows that? He's like, this is so obvious. Kevin said another word. Well, it was the same word, so I'm not even going to count that one. I'm going to tell you one other thing about Skip. Skip 100% has one of those heat warmer things on his steering wheel. He does not let his hands get cold. I'm going to tell you that. Look how he's dressed, but this is absolute truth. I love using that thing, even when it's warm out.
Kevin flopping 2 overs, a gut shot, and a queen high flush draw. Good enough to get his chips in.
I love it. All in with a wave of the hand against our chip leader. And look at the top of your screen, friends. Those are a lot of outs.
So interesting here. So Kevin, what he put in, he had 29K left. Pot was 13K.
So Craig says I'm ahead. He thinks his pair is good, but mathematically, Kevin's actually ahead with 56% chance to win the pot. So I never like calling in these spots when you're Craig. Oh, he has bottom pair.
Yeah, because Craig, at best, you're never.
Yeah, if you're ahead now,
Still not even really ahead.
the math is showing that you're behind. So
Yeah.
you have to like be correct.
And Kevin, and he raised pre, so he knows that with his draws, he's going to have 2 overs as well to his pair. So
What just happened? My watch just sent that as a text message to someone that I never message, and
17 players left. Blinds are 1K, 2K. Craig's still our chip leader.
just accidentally sent this to Kevin the dual rate. What? How did that happen? Oh my gosh. My Inspector Gadget watch is like failing me.
Yes, Card, this is a blackjack bounty.
We haven't seen any blood, though, lately. James is our only player that got knocked out. Nice James from the 1 seat.
Yeah, the action has really slowed down now that you mentioned it. We started this stream with 21 players, I believe.
22, yeah, 21, 22.
21 or 22, something like that.
Yeah. This board's boring. Let's move on.
That's 6,000.
Craig has this mighty chip stack. Okay, I was going to say, I wonder if he's going to come along with a gut shot on this very wet board. Brandon, fun fact, you know that Christine and I not only have the same personality, we also have matching tattoos.
Really? So how long have you guys known each other? Because that's pretty...
About 4 years.
That's it?
Oh, yeah.
So you just hit it off right away, huh?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah, exactly. I love that Sour Patch commercial.
Like, you have no soul? I don't have a soul either.
No, I have the most soul, actually.
That's
when I go home, I like pray for everybody, and then I cry about all the mean things that I said.
Really?
Yeah, I just also have Tourette's.
Okay. Well, I'm proud of you for trying to be, you know.
I know. I'm praying for my own redemption. It's just not coming. Yeah, that Sour Patch commercial where the little Sour Patch cuts the girl's hair, her ponytail. Oh my gosh. I just randomly think about it about once a week. I love it.
Heads up to a flop. Craig raises the button.
Ooh.
Queen high monotone board. Could mix in a check here, but Craig's just gonna, he's like, I'm in position, I got top pair. I bet more.
I think these kind of boards too, I mean, Craig has a good hand. He has a top pair. But I think that if you bet the flop when it's like these weird boards, like it's so much better than like waiting to bet the turn. Like his hand is good. He has the 10 high flush draw. That's good. Are there better flush draws out there? Maybe. You know, he has the pair of queens. That's good. Are there better hands out there? Yeah, maybe. So I do like betting the flop where it's like, let me just scare my opponent now. And you're going to find out too, like, you know, Rocco doesn't have anything. Like, he can't continue there.
That's the good thing about, being in Craig's position. He's on the button. He's got the chip lead. Like, you're going to, people are going to be very hesitant to mess with him.
Yeah.
So you can kind of just bet and not be too worried about.
And if Rocco just calls there, then I think you start really getting a good picture of what he can have.
Yeah.
You know, like maybe he has a straight draw with the Jack of Hearts, or maybe he has just the Ace of Hearts naked. So I think you get a very clear picture of where your opponent's at when you bet the flop. And like I said, like, are there hands that you're afraid of? Sure. But it just kind of brings the story to light, in my opinion, and lets you play the rest of the hand better if you do meet some resistance. Rocco. All right, this is what I love about some train wreck. Raising to 7K with a 6-5 of hearts. Early position. Excellent.
So has to check it back, and he just hits a pair.
If you're going to hit, you might as well check it back, because now you're winning.
He loves it when a plan comes together.
What's that from?
Some movie.
I have to know.
It'll be the top hit when you Google it, yeah.
Google? Sure. I'm going to ask my buddy ChatGPT. Are you a ChatGPT person?
No.
Oh my gosh, I love ChatGPT. I love him, but I hate him. So, like, he's a computer brain. And, like, I told him how to say my baby's name, and he never gets it right. And this is the real kicker. It's 3 letters. He never spells it right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And, like, he literally has a memory, though. He'll be like, I'm putting that in my memory. And he'll remember, like, everything that ever happened in the world, but he can't put ILY in a text message. He's like, how's Elaine doing? And I'm like, who? But as soon as I see the answer to this, I'm going to be like, yep.
Raise 4,000.
Trainwreck right back at it. Get a min-raise king-queen off from under the gun. Oh, and Mike flatting behind. That's what I've been waiting for. Kessler on the button with ace-king now. Just going to flat. And gets Kevin to induces a shove from Kevin with worse. And now Kessler, you know, not intentionally, has really under-repped his hand now. He's got to go with it. He's got. I think you call here. I hate to say it, but
I would call here. I mean,
you can't just flat the button, and then you're getting a shove from.
He's shown himself to be a tighter player.
No, I agree. I think there is a reasonable chance he just folds because he's only in for 4K, but.
But that's. I mean, it's a tenth of his stack, right?
He doesn't have that much, so that's why.
I always will count down. Like, if somebody asks for a count, you never say, like, oh, they have you covered. Like,
yeah.
It's, you just say it. I don't know exactly what got asked there. I mean, Trainwreck's All In does have
Yeah,
Kessler covered, but
I'm happy he did that.
yeah.
I'm taking 33 into the main.
And it's definitely okay to, like, pause and think about it and
Watch this shit.
And the thing with Kevin can never put him on Ace King on the button, in my opinion. I'm never putting him on a hand that good.
yeah.
Fucking golden.
You maybe a hand like King or, you know, King Jack, King Queen, something like that, but.
Is Mike just randomly, like, cussing in the background? Mike's, like, not involved in the pot at
Oh,
all,
Mike
and you
folded the
hear his
winner.
voice being like, FFF. Like, sorry, Mike, that you're not involved. Ooh, Kevin.
Yeah. Looks like would have been a straight for Mike, I think.
All right. Kevin's going to get the triple. Kessler gets the outside pot. And where does that leave Trainwreck? The 80K is at the start of the hand, right? So we're about to see.
Yep,
Yeah.
Trainwreck down to 36,000.
So he lost just over half a stack there.
Now, if you're in Trainwreck spot after Kevin shoves, you raise, you're getting 2 calls, and then Kevin squeezes, and you're looking down at King Queen off. What are you doing there?
Do you have a play board? What did you just say to me? If
Listen, all right, so he raised under the gun with King Queen.
okay,
Mike flats.
okay,
The button flats Kessler.
okay.
Then Kevin rejams from the small blind. And you're sitting there having only opened to 4K with King Queen.
So I think that his rationale is the only person that might have me beat here is Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin's been playing tighter. You know, we didn't hear from him, and then we had the 2 hands that he raised in a row. So if you're going to play the hand, you're going to shove the hand, right?
Agreed with that, for sure.
And I think that that's the rationale. I mean, because it's the $100 bounty, because if he loses to Kevin, he still has, like, decent chip stack, right? Kevin's all-in had to have been 30 with the way that the chip stacks are. I don't remember exactly, but if Trainwreck isolates, loses, he still has 50K, and he's in this pack, you know? So I don't mind it.
Oh, no. Kevin shoving top pair on the flop, getting snap called by Trainwreck with kings and ends up getting there on the river. Quite the last 2 hands for Jeff. Just like that,
Stoic
yeah, he's
Kevin
out.
never says a word. Oh, is that a smile?
Oh,
Calm down, Kevin.
that was-
We'll get you your bounty.
that was the second word he said today was bounty.
I know. And, like, it didn't magically appear. Like, do you think that this is Star Trek where we teleport your bounty down to you, buddy? Like, nobody still can understand that you won that hand, Queen 6.
This is the sour version that we were talking about.
I think this is also Kevin's sour version, though. You know,
Yeah,
like,
I agree.
Like, Kevin has not said a word except he said raise, and then he's like, bounty? Like, sorry, Kev. Next time we'll, like, put it in the pot because we know the kings are getting cracked. It's like the bank, like the suction thing. We need that for the table, and it just, like, spits out and goes to the correct seat.
Just like that, we're down to 14 players now.
I know. I didn't want to do it.
I had a conversation with him, like, I don't mind losing with the worst hand.
I mean, nobody likes to lose, period. But this is funny too. I'm sorry. Trainwreck's cool, and he just, I mean, it is a crappy beat when, like, this is what's interesting too. If Kevin has ace queen, it's really not that bad, right? Because you're like, yeah, I mean, he's never folding ace queen there. It's like literally one peg below your king. So you think your kings are very strong. He thinks ace queen is strong. But he has this crappy queen that then beats you. But I mean, it's the same as ace queen, because if he hits his 6, he has 2 pair. If he hits his queen, he has trips. If it was ace queen, if he hits his
equity
ace,
wise, yeah, it's the same, but it's just
the same. But like, it gets into people's minds where it's like, you know, that was a horrible beat. I get it. You're like, why does this guy have queen 6 right now? Like, what world am I living in that he shoved here? But I do think, like, you have to take a step back, though, and sometimes, like, let yourself get over it quicker by saying, like, the guy had top pair. He's just playing it, you know, like it's the absolute nuts. It's not. He got there. But I do like Trainwreck being like, I don't mind when I lose when I'm behind. Like, okay. But when I have the best hand, I don't want to lose. Like, me neither, bud. I don't want to lose ever. I don't want to lose my parking space to Craig, who's going to drive poorly and go, and get in there, you know? But it's going to happen sometimes.
Got a pretty big hand here. Kessler flopping open-ended. Not going to get there. Set of 10's going to hold for Daniel, and Kessler will be our next eliminated.
And big turn of events here. We had Trainwreck with the huge, you know, the really big stack there, the 80K, where like only Craig had him dominated. Kessler had decent amount of chips before that hand, so that one hand really changed the fortunes of everyone, and now we've lost both of those players. And Kevin looks ecstatic. He's like bouncing off the walls.
He was the big blind, and I was the small blind.
I remember. I just remember the queen hit, and I didn't look to see what the kicker was.
There was no kicker, Mike. The guy had only one card. He literally had a queen, and there was no second card in play. Man. The dealer's breaking hearts on the felt. We're breaking hearts in the commentary booth.
Yeah, we woke up and chose violence today. I actually never slept and chose violence today.
Exactly, yeah. This is our fault for working so late and then coming in for this.
Like, why do the games at 3 a.m. have to be so good?
Yeah. Know? And, like, there's not, like, a cappuccino machine here for us.
You got 27.5.
We don't know. Oh, Kevin has the 8s. Okay. Well, Kevin, you would have been ahead, buddy. Of course you don't like it. Why does it say 130 buy-in?
So the YouTube title is wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry.
I knew something was off. Sorry, guys. It's our something happened with our dashboard to where we have to update the titles like 3 times now. We used to only have to do it on one tab. And sometimes it's hard to update it live.
Yeah,
we apologize
might be able to
for
correct
that.
it here now that you pointed out to us. But this is our
$300
$300 buy-in, $100 bounty. Mike just earned one of those bounties, knocking Skip out there. Skip out-flopped him, but Mike took the lead again with the ace on the turn. And our ticker has us down to 13 players. So we're going to have to get a player. Oh, 12 now. But we'll get a player here from upstairs. Right now we're sitting 5-handed, but we will get a player to make it an even 6 and 6. We always try to balance the tables, especially once it goes down to 2 tables. The tournament director, Tiffany, here is doing a great job. She'll balance us out, make it fair for everybody.
Set up a fucking tripod here with your phone on the rail and everything. But your name's not Wolfgang.
Joe Schmo. I just got knocked out, but got 3 bounties.
Yeah, he was here for the first one, or one of the first ones.
Well, I'm glad that it's the $300 $100 bounty tournament instead of the 130, Joe. Got your buy-in back. I hope you had some giggles, saw some cool things. Re-rolled. Bring it downstairs and make some moolah. We do have another tournament coming up tonight starting at 6:15. So if you're in the area, come join us. And if you're in the chat, please let us know what's going on. Tell us where you're from, what poker you've been playing recently, anything you want to talk about. If there are any, if there's any lingo we're using that you're not familiar here with, if you want to ask about action that's been happening today, hit us up with any questions in the chat or just say hi to us.
I knew you were strong, Mike. I just didn't.
And I would have snapped it if I had your sevens against Skip there because. Remind me of your name, sir. His name is Seat One again. No, it's not.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Seat's still nice and warm. It's so bad.
We lost Fredo from upstairs, Joe's telling us.
Yes. Yeah, but if he snapped it in.
How is he going to defend his title if he's not in?
Out 28 grand, which is a good portion of your chip stack.
It's a fucking rounding error in his chip stack. He's got 120.
I should have called. I should have called, but it's not going to kill me.
I would never fold it, but
Yeah,
I'm an idiot.
Wasn't Brett in that same seat earlier and then he got moved upstairs to balance and now he's back? I think so. Oh, Mikey.
Should have took you out last hand.
Putting you to test again. This is what I like to do.
I made in a long time not calling hours.
All right, Chatterbox Kevin has woken up with his recent domination.
I watched a little bit of stream stream yesterday and saw Craig putting everybody to the test.
I do think that if you are a regular here at Palm Beach Kennel Club, Mike just said about he watched the stream yesterday. I don't know if Mike played it all. I don't think I saw him yesterday downstairs or anything. I was in cash. But if you're a regular coming in and playing these tournaments and you're not watching the stream on a regular basis and seeing how your opponents play in general, I think you're making a mistake. I actually watched our stream and saw a player in it that I knew from dealing up north years ago. I ended up playing in the multi-day tournament, the No Limit Hold'em multi-day tournament with them, and I folded a set to him because of something that I saw on stream, and I was correct, and it probably would have been the difference of like $10,000 as far as the payout if I, you know, had my stack get crippled there or ended up chopping 4 ways, and he was in that 4-way chop as well. And you know, I just think that you pick up so much specific individuals, just the overall general style of play. Like, different rooms do have kind of a general, like, most people play passively here. There's a lot of table talk, and it's aggressive, things like that. I do think you can just kind of pick up small things on people, and it can make a big difference. But if you're playing with these guys six days a week, yeah, sure. Some of these guys play together 6 days a week. So if you're playing with these guys all the time, check out the stream, see if you can pick up anything on them, tendencies.
Fixed it. We're good.
Yes. Brandon has fixed our title.
We good, fam.
Now we all know where we are.
Thankfully, we were logged in already. It's the only way I was able to do it.
Joe said he's going to defend during the next multi-flight.
Check, check.
Cody. Not muscular Cody.
Is Joe Schmo... Are you really Joe? I'm so confused. Who are you?
He's helping to run it.
I don't know.
Really?
How much do Morty's get stacked?
4 or 5,000.
I would have never thought you did. Never in a million.
That's all he went by. Once he loses that much, he just leaves.
Still a ways away from the bubble.
That's one of why I haven't seen Cody playing.
Paying out, I believe, 5 spots? 5 spots,
Yeah,
yep.
5.
Main cash is 678.
Mid-months.
Blinds 1K, 2K.
The twins, and then he's got
Kevin, our current and new chip leader at the feature table, 134,000. Fresh off of cracking Silver Fox's Kings.
Jack the other night. Jack lost 20K the other night.
Jack Admin.
Yeah, Joe, yesterday was like,
I don't know his last name.
it's a really long day.
Rem's Jack. He plays prep.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't know he was playing that.
Dealers that close every night, like, I don't know how they do it, to be honest.
45.
You know his father.
I close. Love it.
No, I never regret it. I always, like, leave saying that was worth it.
Yeah. I mean, as
But my
many
body's like-
characters as there are in poker, like, them being nuts is so amplified
Yeah.
in that last, like, 2 hours
Oh,
of
it's
the
the
night.
best.
I love it.
It's the best, yeah.
Yeah.
I've
No,
seen
it's
people
really
flipping,
cool.
I've seen people flipping coins in line for $100.
Yeah.
I'm like,
No, absolutely.
it's so sick.
Yeah.
Raised to 10,000.
Yeah, there was a really good group of guys last night.
All in.
Oh.
And the second nukes.
Kevin takes it down, adds to his chip lead.
And Kevin has surpassed Craig on leaderboard.
Yep, Craig now sitting in second. Rocco and Brett, our short stack, sitting at 52,000. Still plenty of time. 26 bigs to work with.
Yeah, and I mean, there's just such a disparity between chip stacks here that they only have 10% of the chips in play, but they do have plenty of time to do some maneuvering here because, like Brandon just said, they still have 26 big blinds. Like, that percentage board is not as scary as it appears. I think we're going to see Mike get more aggressive, short-handed. I
looks
think that
fancy.
that's yeah, that's going to be
Heads up. Call.
Please.
Check.
You want garbage too?
More conducive to his playing style.
I'm so glad I pointed out how quiet Kevin was because now he's like in it to win it. Like, ooh la la. Excellent turn card. Mike turns a pair. Kevin has an open-ended.
Open-ended to the nuts.
Yeah. Why so big though?
And I make some money.
I like this. Wow, look at how many
Mike,
outs.
Mike pretty confident he's good here.
Yeah, I mean his
With that
Jack
bet
or
sizing.
9 is good also.
That's a protection bet.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
What's gonna happen?
That's so gross.
And
and
do
tilt in
wish,
3, 2, 1.
so the board was scary, right? 9-10 gets there. We see obviously the Jack gets there. I would just like to give advice in general, and then like Mike does watch the broadcast sometimes, specifically to him. Like, why check back so quickly?
15, 3, 3.
You know, like, take a minute. Like, you represented something, right? Like, what is Kevin putting you on? Like, maybe you checked back an ace. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you have 2 pairs, something super strong if you had the open in a straight draw. And Kevin has second pair there on the end. But sometimes I just feel like our players play so quickly. It's great for poker. It's great for the broadcast. It makes it more fun in general. But, like, you want those chippies. So even if you do end up checking back, like, just take the moment to be like, what are my options here?
Yeah.
Should I represent? Should I wave the white flag? How much do I think it would take to get him to fold, and is that amount worth it, you know?
Raised to 7,000. 7-5.
I want the action to be fast always because I just want to see cool things happen. But as far as like having money in the game and, you know,
Right. It's looking
this
for
all matters.
right, looking for places in the margins where like can you make some extra, like is there a spot here that I'm overlooking to where I can maybe take advantage of it?
Yeah, absolutely. And whether it's thin value or, you know, betting the right amount to get second pair to fold, all those situations end up making the difference between,
Bet 10,000.
you know, I had one final table this month versus like I was in the final table every week this month, you know.
Yeah, thin value is a big one. The best players that I've seen play are masters of getting thin value. Because you think about it, by the time you get to the river, that's when the pot's the biggest. And if you know where you're at and you know where your opponent's at a good amount of the time, and you're not worried about getting – because if you know where they're at, you don't have to worry about getting pushed off of your hand. So relative to the pot size, that's where you're going to be printing a lot of money.
Yeah.
Especially against, like, I'm not saying any of these guys are all, like, solid players, but, like, downstairs in our cash games, those guys call everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you're like, oh, they're never going to call me anyway. I doubt it.
Yeah.
You'd be shocked.
I mean, like, taking the 2 seconds to make the bet is too much for you. Oh, I wasn't going to call it. They do it with the nuts sometimes. It's crazy.
And especially in low stakes, too, where, like, you're going to be priced in so often because of the pot. Like, they're just going to auto-call a lot.
Yeah.
You bet a quarter of the pot, and they're sitting there with, like, second pair, good kicker. They're probably just going to flick it in.
And I think that if you're not used to making thin value bets, I think a really good spot to start doing it is, so you're talking about like 1-2 no limit, for instance. If your opponent has a chip stack where like they're not going to re-raise you, that's a thin value spot. Like get the practice in and everything. So maybe the pot is 300 and they have 120 and you have second pair top kicker, let's say, and you think that it's good. If you bet that 120, sometimes you're getting the 120 by a worse hand, and if they do have you beat, it's not like they can open it up and be like 800.
Right,
and now you have a decision.
Yeah, right.
You know, like if there's no decision back to you after your thin value bet, I think that that's like a perfect spot to like start really considering it, start making those plays. Yeah.
It's asymmetric risk. There's really no downside to it because you're not going to get punished for going for it. So yeah, when you're deeper, obviously it's a whole different ballgame because really good players can punish you for that.
Yeah.
But you know, like in most low stakes games, like 1-2 even, like a lot of our 2-5 is basically low stakes. You're gonna be able to exploit that.
And I think intrinsically, I saw last night I was dealing and the pot was like, let's say 200, 250, something like that. It's heads up. The first player checks, and he has a stack of about like 240. And it was a weird check. I was like, what's this guy up to? And the other player bets $40. So you're either going to win another $40, the guy's going to fold, or option C, which is what happened, he made it another 200 to go.
Raise to 10.
He had it. The guy calls, trying to get value of $40 now cost him $240.
Yep.
Like, and I get, so if you were trying to bluff the guy out, then you would have folded after, right? But the guy feels like he has this hand that he's going to call with. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, risk reward sometimes is not there. Like, you opening up the pot again for these small bets, like, what are you going to do with the $40, guy? Because I know what I would do with $240. Like, so I think that, you know, there's thin value, especially when they can't do something weird with their stack and put you to this massive decision, is really good to start looking at. And then these spots also where it's like, why am I getting a small amount of money with these like thin little bets like that? For instance, like, oh, I really want $40 more when there's 200, 250 out there already. Like, you're not really increasing your stack much, but now you have to pay off another 200 with not a great hand.
It's also a really good way to, like, because, like, I've heard people ask this question, like, I don't know when to end a session, or I don't know when I should get up from, a good game or whatever. And it really comes down to, like, if the table's good and you're playing well, you should stay as long as you can.
Yeah.
And one of the ways to tell that you're playing really well, at least in my experience, if I'm betting for thin value confidently, I know I'm dialed in. Because you have to keep track of their range, your range, the size of the pot. Are they going to call this bet often enough? And if your reads are good on all those things, you're probably playing really well. So
I have a very similarly. I always go into a session thinking, like, I need to at least think about calling here at some point with ace high or king high, something like that. And it's like the same thing. Like when you're making those calls and you're correct, where it's like super thin and the whole table goes like, whoa. And the guy's like, I'm going to drive my car into like a bush tonight because I'm so mad, you know, like stuff like that. Then, yeah, you are dialed in. And you know what's funny? You said that. I actually haven't read it. I have a friend who's very good at poker, and he quotes Barry Greenstein's book often, Ace on the River.
Yeah.
And Barry Greenstein talks a lot about situations like that, where it's like, yeah, like if you're not playing optimally, why are you still playing?
Yep.
And he talks about how people so often stay longer than they should.
100%.
Because you're stuck money or whatever. And how about like these scenarios? Like you're in a game for 3,000 and you get it all back except 200 and you are just not going to leave. The game's not good anymore. You're not playing your best anymore. You're like dug out of this hole so much that you should feel good walking out of there, and you stay. And it usually doesn't work out well. But yeah, Barry Greenstein's book, he like quotes all the time. And also like people that go in, you walk into the casino and like, yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's hard not to be like, ooh, I hope I make $1,000 tonight. That would be cool. Like we all have these thoughts where it's like, ooh, I'd love to walk out of here with X amount. But if that's your reason for staying or going, like, oh, I made 1,000 tonight, I'm just going to leave and I'll come back tomorrow. So your table's good, you're in the zone.
Yeah, that makes
Why are you
no
leaving?
sense. It makes
you
absolutely
hit your
no sense.
I mean, if you're playing for the rent money, like I used to.
Yeah, like some players, well, right, and to counter, like to play devil's advocate, so like there are players that, like people that play for a living, they'll just go by, they just want to get in a certain number of hours. Like they have an hourly goal.
Yeah.
And that's a way to like discipline yourself from hitting and running. But at the same time, like the best players have also told me, like, dude, if a game is good, you have to stay as long as you can. It's like any other form of gambling. You're just trying to generate as many plus EV situations as possible, right? And that's going to be almost entirely dependent on how good your table is. So getting in good volume when you could make, double your normal win rate, just think about the time that you're saving.
Yeah.
Instead of sitting at a table full of nits for 8 hours.
Yeah.
It's just.
I think too, I mean, one of the absolute biggest mistakes I see, I push into tables sometimes where I was talking to someone about this yesterday. If you look around the table and you're not excited about the money you can win, like,
yeah.
So on 1-2, our buy-in is $60 to $200. If you're at a table where everyone has 60 and nobody has 200 or more, that's not the table for you. Like, you don't want to sit here and be like, oh, well, hopefully everyone rebuys after they felt, and then, like, that's too much. Hopefully this happens. I think the quickest advice that I would give someone that is transitioning to live poker or, doesn't have a ton of experience is to just be aware of your table. Like, if you even want to set an alarm on your phone for like every 30 minutes, or like the dealer pushes in every 30 minutes, right? So when the new dealer comes, look around and like ask yourself, like, am I on the right table? Should I still play like another half an hour? Time out what Brandon mentioned with like, are you tired? Are you playing your best? Are you seeing spots? And I think that it's really cool that we push every half an hour. So it's literally like an alarm going off, and it's like,
it's a great way to look at it. It's a great way to look at it, actually. I never even thought of it like that.
Yeah, but sometimes people just get stuck. And I've seen players that I think, you know, can make moves and read situations well and everything at these games. And you know, it happens a lot of times like late at night, and you just forget to like pay attention to your surroundings. Like, what's the first thing you should do, whether you're at a poker table or in a parking lot late at night? Pay attention to your surroundings, right? So it's just something that you should be checking on and just aware of. And, like, if you felt the whole table, are you going to be thrilled? Or are you going to be like, okay, I guess. Like, I guess I can go to Target tomorrow.
Yeah, you're right. It's one trip to Publix, so.
And look at this in the chat, Brandon. Hal thinks that we are doing a fantastic
Jalapeno.
team.
Thank you, bro.
Oh, I get it. I didn't say it out loud. That does help. I was
You're
just
like,
okay,
Hal Jalapeno.
I literally thought of it as like Hal last name. Like, I didn't really continue on in my reading. And Joe Schmo, I understand now. I'm all caught up. I was very confused the way that you were putting that.
Dana is she can't really see this chat from where she's sitting,
It's
so
very far
I'll try to
away.
relay some of that.
I'm sorry that it wasn't a lucky hug. That's my bad.
Anytime I do anything, you always raise it.
Okay, Chatterbox Kevin.
It's an all-in, right?
No, that is not an all-in.
No, you didn't say all-in?
No,
he did not.
I would have put this at 43,000 is the bill.
$11 players remain. 41 at the end of registration. Top 5 will be in the money. Craig's in one of his moods.
Oh, I hope he stays in the tournament so that he's not
I do
out there
too.
on the road. I mean,
He just saved Grandma Doris from Craig.
and like we see that Kevin doesn't have a hand where he could ever call there. Yeah, but I mean,
You don't think there's any merit to posturing in
Yeah,
certain
like-
situations?
and in half an hour these guys can find out what he had and all of that. But at the same time, like I just talked about, like when you act quickly just because like, oh, everyone else is doing it or whatever, like when there's no reason to act quickly, like you can posture if you want and you can make it. I mean, Kevin doesn't want to enter a pot and have someone force him out with a big bet. He wants to see a flop because like you made a small raise or you just limped. And so at least it has purpose, you know?
Yeah.
How long was he here?
1 day. 4 hours, 5 hours.
And this is interesting too. Like Craig is kind of showing like, hey buddy, like I'm annoyed with you. So if I'm Kevin, next time I'm taking longer. Like, you know, like it's funny though, like I mean it makes sense in a way, like so maybe you think like, oh, if I give this guy a nudge and kind of make him uncomfortable, he'll take less time. But what if he just goes the complete opposite way and he's like, oh, did I bother you?
Oh, this tilts you?
My opponent in a game where we're playing for money, you don't like that? Okay, like
I don't know what they're on.
60 bucks a
It's an unpopular take, but I'm a pro posture guy in most spots, not always, but I don't want to bet. I don't want to bluff, and then some guy raises, and like obviously I'm never calling, but like I don't want them to know that that's a routine habit for me, you know, because I think when you fold so fast, you're like, it tells them, oh, that's just a standard play of his.
and you make the person feel good. Like
That too.
You bluff, they bet, especially if it was like a big bluff, like a sizable bluff where you're like, oh, I stepped in it, you know, and the person bets you out and you snap fold, and then like as that person you're like, oh yeah,
That's what I'm. You know
like,
what I'm right.
you're giving them momentum. You're letting them know like, yeah, if you raise me, I'm just gonna
You're
fold.
just gonna fold like a wet rag.
Especially if it's happened like a few times.
Yeah.
And I think that sometimes people choose really bad spots to posture.
For sure.
I talked about this with a friend. Somebody was heads up in a tournament, and the other player was playing very aggressively, and the guy that I know was playing very tight. And my buddy's like relaying this to me. They were actually on a cruise, and I'm just like, the guy kept posturing. Like, he would take so much time and then fold. And it's like, and he would go on and be like, oh, it was close. It was close. Like, nobody, like, if you're the tighter player, fold right away and be like, I want to look down at jack high so I can call you. Like, this thing where it's like, I folded king queen to you. You folded king queen, heads up. Like, thank you. You know, like, go the exact opposite.
Yeah.
If you're playing tight, act like you're playing loose and you just don't have a spot. Like, buddy, how many times can I get dealt 7 deuce? Come on, you know?
Right.
And, like, just go the opposite and, like, give yourself some balance. But I definitely don't want someone to keep raising me because I'm like, fold another monster to you. Like,
That's right, yeah.
Okay.
Like, when I'm deciding to posture, I always think, like, if I fold, like, quickly, how bad is this going to be for my table image?
Yeah.
So I need to, I don't know.
Speaking of image, Fredo's back in the chat as
What up,
himself.
Mr. Final Table.
The champion.
7-way chop. Yeah, he's the champ for sure.
Yeah, no,
sure.
he's a champ.
He's the champ.
Yeah.
Agreed. And I keep telling people the best part about that tournament was that when they initially asked to chop, Fredo was the nice guy. He's like, you know what? I'll give $1,000 off of my cut just so we can get this thing, you know.
Yeah.
And they eventually say, no deal. He doubles up the next hand. Picks up like 7K in equity.
I mean, it's pretty incredible to get 7 people to agree to a chop in a multi-flight. Like, the one player kept saying, like, this is third place money, this is third place money, but these tournaments are very top heavy, so at a multi-flight, it was third place money, but first place was $20,000 more than third place money.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like, guys, just take third, it's a win. Like, I mean, that's a huge difference. Like, get you a little car. So I just always encourage people, like, no matter what, in a chop, first of all, don't let anyone bully you. And I don't think that they got too aggressive in that chop, but it was getting close. And
I will oh, sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
no, you're good. I just, like, I mean, one of the players was like, how stupid are you? Well, they're not. They're
Yeah.
just thinking about their money and what's best for them.
For sure.
Like,
For
and
sure.
their family.
Yeah, everyone's situation is different.
Yeah.
That's no, exactly. And to be fair, like, they were playing 8-7-handed for a long time, and the short stack kept winning. And it's not like there wasn't a clear front runner at that point.
Yeah.
So, like, if someone would get a chip lead and then they would bleed out, and then 30 minutes later, it's like an average, like an evenly distributed stack. So I don't hate that they chop, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, there's just so many. So 7-way chop, there's so many things to think about. Like, if somebody, so the person that I'm talking about where it was like, you're stupid if you're not chopping. Well, that guy's making it, like, very apparent that he's borderline desperate for a chop here. Like, he, like Fredo just said in the chat, like, nobody wants to walk away with 5,800 when you can walk away with 15,000. Like, wow, what a difference. But if you're the person that's like, we need to make this happen, well, like, that's a tell.
100%.
That matters, you know. Like,
That's valuable information.
yeah. So I'm definitely going to be a player that's, like, trying to maximize my money. Oh, Mike stepped in it.
Yep, Mike knows he's dead.
Only have 1 card hit.
Nope, not
His
even that,
all
Mike.
in is so big here. I guess he was just trying to fold out, like, a flush draw. But if Kevin doesn't have a flush draw after he check calls the flop, like, what does he have?
Oh, yeah, you're right. No card.
Yeah,
You
Mike
know,
is dead.
Mike could have gotten him to fold, like, ace-king or something like that with a smaller bet. So I don't like the size here. This is just a shove that's... How much was in the pot? Let me see what this pot... Yeah, look at the pot, too. Mike kind of lost his mind there. I love him. What was there, like 20K in the pot? There were like 2 red chips and then the 1,000 chips. Yeah, the pot wasn't that big, and he put in 62K.
Did he shove on the flop?
No, on the turn.
Did flop go
Kevin
check?
called. No.
Oh, check
Kevin
called.
check called on the flop. So I get like Mike wants to fold out like flush draws and just make it like a sizing where it's like, well, this isn't worth it. But if the guy doesn't have a flush draw, he's folding, like I said, like he's folding an ace, something like that, that he check called the flop with for smaller bets. Mike, I'm going to go find Mike right now. Yeah, but so everything in like these multi-day chop decisions, how about also like, what if you're second in chips, the chip leader is to your right, and you like are good with everyone behind you? Like that's important, right? Like you can always make sure that you're not in jeopardy unless you really have it or have a read on the situation or whatever. But you can protect yourself so well depending on your position on the table and your chip stack. Things like that. Like there were players that said no to the first chop because they believe that skill-wise they have people like really outmatched there, you know? I remember, so I know I keep talking about this four-way chop I did. When I did this four-way chop, there was one person that I felt like would really give me like a run for my money, and he had me in chips. He was immediately to my left, so he had position on me. And there was one player that I was like, man, can't we make this chop three ways? Like, this guy is not good at all. Like, and I dealt to him for a lot of years, so I do feel like, you know, I had a good idea of like where he'd be at in hands and things like that. But I did kind of think like, okay, like this isn't worth it to risk and everything like that. So
yeah, having to play with that guy to your left for the rest of the time, and just because of one
absolutely
dude that you might pick off, yeah.
And I think that it's cool too. Like you'll see some of these players, like even the best players in the world go off to the side, and another best player in the world will be there when they start talking about deals. I've seen like Scott Seaver do it, for instance. He oftentimes either goes over to talk to his rail, or even more often than that, somebody has him on the rail. And I know that Scott Seaver is like super intelligent. Like, that's who I want in my corner to be like, hey, buddy, do you think this is good based on my chips, my style of play, like my opponent, who's better, everything like that. So I think like it's cool too to like step away from the table and think about it, away from the chatter. Call someone that you think is better than you or understands the game or whatever, you know, like there's just a lot of options on, you don't have to be like, okay, I'll chop. Like everybody else wants to do it. So.
No, those are all good points. You don't have to, at the end of the day, don't be afraid to be the bad guy. You got to do what's best for, you know, poker is a selfish game. It just is what it is. You know?
Absolutely.
Because there's going to be times where someone is going to be the bad guy to you. And
yeah. And we've talked about it a lot when I've been on stream about, like, our room is a ton of regulars. So a lot of times you'll see the chip leader say, like, okay, we can all put in 25, 50, whatever it is, and pay the bubble. Someone did it for them when they were shorter stack and everything like that. Like, it is nice. It's not mandatory. But, you know, I do understand it, especially when these guys play together all the time.
That's a different, that's a different dynamic.
Yeah. I've never seen, like, a more, like, loyal, like, if I don't see one of these guys on the night that I always see them, I'm like, oh, my gosh, it's, you know, Wednesday night. Where's Rocco? Like,
yeah, for sure. Yeah, that would be weird.
Like, you put out, like, a safety check on that.
Where's my
like,
Cuban coffee?
Yes, exactly. You're like, is there a milk carton around to put this guy's picture on? Who had? Oh, I thought someone had 7-4, but I guess I combined some of the hands. Everyone has a tiny bit of something. We got a couple gut shots out there, a couple open-endeds. Who went all in? Okay, so Brett just lost the hand before this. He has one of our open-endeds. And this is funny because if anybody calls him, he has them dominated. Like if Kevin calls, they have the same draw, but Brett has queen high and Kevin has jack high. And like he can only hit a jack to win. Like that's pretty fun. Oh, and Craig actually has a double belly buster.
A double gutter to just, he has a monster.
Yeah, Rocco got rid of his crappy gut shot that was dominated by Craig anyways. If the 4 hits, he has the straight to the 6. Craig has the higher straight. But
Craig ain't getting away from this. I don't think.
And, like, how perfect for Brett. Like, he's going to get called, and he's ahead with queen high. So 66% to win.
Yeah, this is an interesting
Yeah,
one.
Craig calls double belly buster is the exact same as open-ended. He's got 8 outs here. Well, we saw some outs folded, but... Kevin.
Jack 4 would have gotten there.
Kevin would have hit it with a jacket. It makes you so sick, buddy. You're going to be all right. Trainwreck is still so sick about your queen 6.
Being
like,
being
you're
the
gonna
after
be
the fact guy
okay.
will
Like,
make you sick often, so don't do it.
yeah. But I do, this is funny for me, like, I can let it go very quickly, but I do love to rabbit. Like, when online would have, like, the rabbit option, I'm like, of course I want to rabbit. Like, I want to know what's going to happen, what would have, and then I'd get paranoid and be like, yeah, the computer's telling me I would have hit, but would I really? Like, it's a computer. It could just make me think that because it knows what cards have been folded in. So then I would go down the rabbit hole. But I'd never get, like, mad, though. I was just curious. I'm like, oh. It's kind of like I'm curious. Like, did I ever meet my future husband and I just didn't, like, give him a shot?
You folded the winner. Maybe you folded the winner.
Yeah. But, like, I'm surviving. I'm okay. I'm going to be all right.
It's always better to fold than to go all in with a bad hand.
Exactly, yeah. I did always think that I'd be divorced by now, though, and I can't do that without getting married first.
Keep
so,
praying.
Like, come
Keep
on.
praying.
Yeah, let's get things started here.
Blinds at 1,500, 3K with a 3K big blind ante. Kevin are still our feature table chip leader with 201,000. Rocco, quote-unquote short stack, not really short, sitting at 20 bigs, so 10 players left.
We're getting there.
5 away from the money.
I would be a great divorcee.
Wish we had a running count at how many how many bounties everybody had.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But
Somebody would bluff, though. They'd be
yeah.
like, I have 7. Meanwhile, they knocked out nobody.
Jalapeno asks, I believe limping in a pot is the single worst way to play. What are your thoughts?
No, that's incorrect. I mean, so it's so situational, but I used to always, you're probably not going to believe this, I was a pretty cocky young person playing a lot of, like, 5-10 no limit.
I'm
and,
shocked.
like,
I never pictured you being that person.
I
yeah.
was always, like, the youngest playing at the table for a while. Like, I was always, like, the only female. I can think of one other female that played, like, the game often. But I used to just be like, I'm a post-flop specialist. So I don't think you can, like, just umbrella say limping into a pot is the worst thing that you can do, because I think if you're really good at this game, you can get a lot of live reads on people. So raising kind of completes the story to be like, what is their range? Sure. But I think if you see a lot of flops in these games, I don't think it's the worst.
All right, we got an all-in here, and Rocco all-in going to need to hold, or going to need to hit, actually, versus pocket nines, and he doesn't. Nines end up holding up, picking up the flush draw on the turn as well for insurance.
Yeah.
And Rocco will be eliminated in 10th place, and just like that,
Yeah, I saw
we
the
are
gut
at
shot before I
final
saw the
table.
flush draw. That really was not a great turn card. What do you think? Do you think limping?
So
I mean,
I think
it's
there are
such a
so many.
generalization.
Yeah, there's so many. You have to be really specific when asking that question. Like if we're talking pre-flop, like open limping, I think is generally pretty bad. Just because, like, if you're playing, now goes to the question: are you playing four-handed? Are you playing heads up? Are you playing nine-handed?
Yeah.
So
I
heads
think when
up, I think.
someone limps,
Heads up. There's actually a credible amount of players that will have a limping strategy for like their buttons or out of position. So like that's a totally different animal. When you're playing nine-handed and you're under the gun, I don't want to limp really anything, to be honest. Now, like if I'm playing 1-2 or like low stakes and I know that players behind me aren't going to exploit me very often, they're just going to limp behind and they're going to give me great odds to set mine and not punish me for it, then I'll limp. once in a while. But
Yeah.
Like against good players that I know are going to try to isolate me, like you're pricing in people that have position on you when you're open limping. So I don't want people behind me when I'm playing. So I want to raise and either get them out, maybe isolate the blinds, or I want to be the one isolating other limpers as well. So
Yeah, there's so much to it.
it's a loaded question. I don't think open limping is generally a very good play at all.
Now, I do think that once you get to know people, so these guys play together a lot, I think that there are players that anytime they limp, you can look at them and go, oh, they have 5s through 7s, like something like that. You know, like they're set mining in this position. They don't want to raise with like their pocket 6s. They're limping, hoping that nobody raises. In tournament, I think that limping is good as far as, you know, you don't want the pot to get super inflated. So, like, maybe if you're new to tournament poker, you should kind of always limp your 5s, 6s, 7s, and 8s, right? Like, if you're just starting out, like, what business do you have raising? Like, what do you want to have happen? So, like, there's that kind of idea to it where it's like you don't want to just completely show your hands. If that's what you always limp with, change it up.
And also, too, like, there are times where, like, if you're on the button and everyone's limping in and you're getting, you know, you got 6-5 suited or you're getting an amazing price and position, flicking the call.
Yeah.
Like, that's a clear, like, that's a profitable limp to me because you have position on everybody. And if you hit your hand, like, you can stack any one of those players that limped in front of you. So.
And on the flip, how about I said something earlier, train wreck raised in early position with 6-5 suited, and it's good on him. Like, nobody looks at that and goes, 6-5 suited.
That's really the
he
point,
doesn't have anything, you
is
know?
that you raise pre-flop because you give yourself the ability to represent multiple boards, right?
You want to balance your range.
And even better, like players like Daniel Negreanu, who people know he's very capable of playing hands like that. When a board comes 9-7-4 and he bets, people aren't just putting him on ace high or an overpair. Like, he could have easily flopped 2-pair there, or like a combo draw or something like that. So if you brick with your suited connector, you can represent a Broadway board. If you connect, they're never going to put you on it. So it makes your life a lot easier, and you're getting people that have position on you. You know, you're getting a lot of them out of the pot.
Yeah. And if you're playing a lot of tournament poker and someone looks at you like there's no more action and they go ace queen and you're like, yeah. And they like always get it right. That's when you know something's going wrong. Like, if somebody just knows what you have, knows the spots that you're picking, everything like that. And then also I would say, so let's say you're small blind to big blind, and you have the worst player you've ever met in the big blind, and you have a hand, you know, that you want to see hit something big or whatever. Like, they're just the worst. Like, don't you want them to play along?
100%.
Like, whether you limp or raise small or something, like, think about your opponent. So I don't want to raise people out of a pot that I want to be in the pot with. Like, it just sounds so obvious, but at the same time, like, people make that mistake so often. Like, if I'm planning on trying to hit a set, like, that's a good one, okay? So say a bunch of people have limped, and you look down at a hand like pocket eights. Could you raise and hope to take it down right now? Absolutely. Or could you just become one of the pack, and now if you hit your 8, you have 6 bozos to try to get money from and build pots with and everything? Like, you don't always want to force people out. Like, so someone might say, like, oh, well, with 8s, you don't want to go 6-handed. I mean, why not sometimes? Sometimes you do, because you can call this small amount, and if things get crazy after the flop and you don't hit an 8, you fold, and you wasted 1 or 2 big blinds, whatever it was. Or you go 6-handed, you have pocket 8s, and the flop comes up ace king 8. And this person bets, this person raises, and you're like, oh, well, I guess I'm just going to quintuple up this hand. Like,
And,
it's
no, you're right.
not bad, like, to have options and everything. So, I mean, it all depends on the table dynamic. Is going to be the most important thing, you know.
Shorthanded, you can limp once. You can mix in some limps. Heads up for sure.
Yeah, and
then blind on
same
blind
thing.
action. You should actually, I think, be limping a lot of your small blinds, like including your strong hands too, against a good player. And it's like she said, like that's where bad players make their mistakes post flop. Like sure,
Yeah.
like they're not good pre flop players either, but they're going to make their biggest mistakes by catching something that isn't that great that they can't fold. So
So that's like a big hold'em thing. I think the mistakes happen after the flop, after the turn. And I think that it's kind of different when you play like 4-card. Like if you're playing PLO, if you're playing, I mean, I've played like 5-card PLO, 6-card PLO. If you're calling pre-flop with these hands that are just never going to be the nuts and things like that. So it's funny like how with a different game, it flips on that also. Like pot limit Omaha, if you're making the mistakes pre-flop, you're just cooked.
you're dead.
You know,
No, you're
like,
dead. You're
yeah.
actually dead.
If you think that like horrible hands like Jack, 8-4, and you're like, oh, I have jacks. Like, cool, buddy. So you want to hit a jack or for the flop to come out like 7, 9, 10. Gotcha. Like, it's just
And honestly,
world.
it's honestly like for those of you that sports bet a lot, like PLO, you're playing 4 cards. It's just like you're making these 3-4 leg parlays in sports
Yeah.
bets, and if the legs don't make sense, because a parlay is like you're painting a picture with each leg. Like you need one thing to happen, and then if that happens, this is more likely to happen.
Yeah.
So it's like
you don't want to battle yourself betting the over.
right,
And
and then
then,
you're
like,
betting the under
betting
on some
for-
other. Like you're betting the team to win, but then you're betting the quarterbacks under for
Yeah.
something. It's like.
Yeah,
It doesn't
I want
correlate.
you to win, but don't win too big.
That's it's just not.
You
It's
need
not going to happen.
everything to fall into place. You don't want to be like your own worst enemy. Absolutely. All the sports analogies, Brandon, bringing it home.
Yeah.
What's your favorite sport to bet on?
NBA.
Oh my God, it's my least favorite thing
Learn to
in
love
this
it.
world.
Learn to love it. I don't bet spreads. I don't do money line or spreads. I never do that. I only do
my
player props.
gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I can't. To me, so I've actually played poker with some NBA players also.
Really? I know Russell Westbrook plays a lot.
I played with Russell Westbrook
That's
in Orange
sick.
City. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where he plays. He
So-
plays in the Omaha game.
Okay, so I have a Russell
sick.
Westbrook story.
Okay.
He was new to playing in Orange City. We were playing Portland and Omaha, and there were 2 games. So he was on the second game, and people on the main game, it was a must move. So eventually he'll make his way over to our game, and people on the main game are like, oh my God, I think that's Russell Westbrook. Oh my God. But nobody's saying anything, right?
Yeah.
So I'm listening to this on and off for no joke, like 2 hours. And finally I've had enough, and I go, why don't you just ask him? Oh, I couldn't do that. So I go, hey, Russell. And he turns and he looks, and I'm like, yep, that's him. And he had, like, not a bodyguard. He had somebody, like, looking out for him and walking around the table and everything, too. So it's like, yeah, this is probably the famous guy you think it is. But he makes his way over to the main game, and nobody except me directly speaks to him. And I'm, like, the least impressed, you know. I know who he is, but I'm not, like, able to tell you how he did last week or anything. So I'm chatting with him and everything, and I, like, told him, I was like, these guys are all, like, boneheads. Like, they couldn't just be like, hey, is that you? And, like, I'm a fan, and then just drop it, you know? And he goes, well, it's funny. He goes, I've trained myself not to look at male voices. He goes, unless it's, he goes, he's like, you know, people in crowds and stuff are, hey, Russell, hey, Russell. He goes, if it's a female's voice, I'll look. He's like, so you're literally like the only person in the room that could have got me to look. So we're like laughing about it and everything.
That's crazy.
And it was funny, like, he gets short stack. I think he has about like $400 in front of him. He gets it all in pre-flop. He has aces with whatever else. And he wins like a $1,200 pot. And the entire table just lights up. And they're like, hey, Russell, nice hand, Russell. Well played, Russell. Like, the guy had aces. Like, they weren't even good aces. He got in, like, this smaller stack when all these raises started happening. Like, Yeah, he won, but it's not well played. Like, if I played it that way, you wouldn't care. Like, so they just wanted an excuse to talk to him, so they're pounding the table, nice hand, Russell, and everything. And I was just like, Russell Westbrook, I go, do you just get this all the time and get tired of it? Like, everywhere you go, like, these guys are so corny. Nice hand, Russell. Well played, Russell. I'm like, they're just looking for any excuse to talk to you, and I might have said it in a more vulgar way. Not just talk to you, but...
We get the picture.
And he was just cracking up and everything, and he was pretty cool, like, once he started talking, but...
Yeah.
And I always tell everyone, so the day after he met me, like, he had practice that day, which is why he came and played with us, and he had a game the next day, and he had his best game of all time after meeting me.
Oh,
Coincidence?
So that's the end of the story.
I don't think so, you know, like, but
he's had a really good year so far, to be honest. He had a triple double last night.
Then, yeah.
He had a triple double last night.
But yeah, it was cool. Like, I mean,
That's
it's
awesome.
always nice to like chat it up with someone that like you've seen on TV and stuff. But
for sure.
I mean, I don't know if I could just be like corny like that. Like, just
Absolutely
look at
not.
the guy and be like, hey, like, I'm a fan of yours, and like, it's cool that I'm playing with you. I think it's better than like this thing where like you take the first opportunity, like, nice hand, Russell. Like,
yeah, unless you're like a little kid, you know, because they're obviously like, yeah, no, it's you know, it's like a 9-10-year-old kid. But if you're a grown adult, I feel like they just subconsciously lose respect for you.
yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's cheesy, like. And there's certain people that, of course, will be more exciting for you. Like, I used to really like meeting poker players. Like, you know, I've seen some of these big names, and I used to watch a ton of poker and everything. And, like, when I was in Vegas walking around tables, like, again, like, I'm a female in a mostly male-dominated world. But, like, if they looked up at me, like, I'd give them a thumbs up and just kind of be like, yeah. Like, if I'm a fan, cool, you know, like, whatever.
I'll be honest. If I met Phil Ivey, I'd be like, dude, you're the man.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be honest.
So,
like,
I was playing.
Phil's that dude.
I was playing and I was walking around, and Phil Ivey was at my buddy's table, and it was funny. It was they had I think it was the first year that they really had a ton of the prop bets for like the bracelet races and like player points and things like that. It was like, if they won the prop bets, they would win like way more than winning the tournament kind of deal. And Phil Ivey was at this table, and he was playing a ton of events, and it was a smaller event, and he shoves all in, and this guy snaps, and he just goes, whoops. But he was getting a massage, and he had bricks of cash around his feet. And it was just kind of like, hey, Phil, you gonna put that in the cage or something? Like, I'm sure someone would hold on to it for you. Like, there are people that work at this casino, and like, what safer place to keep your money than here? But I don't know about like on your feet while you're distracted with poker and a massage.
All right, we are underway at our final table. 9-handed, and it looks like the People's Champ and Kevin are our chip leaders. I told People's Champ when we had like 3-4 tables left, I'm like, bro, you got to just take this thing down, because when I go downstairs and deal cash to you, I don't want you to be sitting in seat 9 and be like, dealer, I need to turn this $100 into $3,000.
Be like, you have $3,000 already.
Like, bro,
like,
just,
what else
just
do you
win the
wanna do
tournament.
today?
That's what I told him.
I like.
And he might actually take it down.
Yeah, he's got a shot. Fredo in there. In the chat is saying he needs Craig and Jeff out. Jeff train
for
wreck?
points, yeah. See, that's another thing too, is that
yeah.
like now you're sweating other players that are near you.
And our multi-flight this coming month is the first week. I know that. It's the first week of the month, so the points will be closing up here. I mean, 2 more weeks, right?
Yeah, Fredo, you're saying you met a lot of the guys we were talking about in Vegas. Yeah, I met Phil Hellmuth. He was actually really cool.
I played poker with Phil Hellmuth before.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just like a tournament.
Yeah. I've heard Phil's actually a really nice guy off the table.
Yeah. He was decent when I played with him. I got it in with him. I had Ace King versus Ace Queen. Things did not go well. And he had like a special bounty on him too, so that was like kind of heartbreaking. But it was funny. He was like on tour, and they were doing like celebrity poker tournament, and it was him. oh, there was one other person that I can't think of, and Norman Chad. And I am like pleasantly obsessed with Norman Chad. I just love him.
I like him too.
He
I do too.
actually, I've read a couple things that like the respect that people have for him, and he's like one of the people that you would go to if you're having, let's say, like a debate on the correct grammar of something. He is just so in tune with like the way to speak, and it's just really cool. But I met him and I was just like, oh my God, like I love you. And Phil Helmus there, and I was like, hey Phil.
Yeah.
I was like, Phil, do you know
It's
Norman Chad's in the building?
Yeah, niche
Like,
celebrities are where it's at.
Yeah.
You know?
And I would want to be for sure. Like, wouldn't it be great to be recognized by like a small community and adored, and then like other people just don't care? Like, you can still go to the grocery store and the mall and stuff, but like
I totally
when
agree.
you're in your domain, it's like people like, oh my God, I'm so excited.
Yeah,
to meet
people
you.
that know.
Yeah.
Like,
That would be the fame that I'd want for sure. Like a small group of devoted, loyal fans. That's what we have, Brandon.
yeah, we have
our
those.
viewers. They adore us. I think that there's going to be a lot of good emails to Josh this week on how benevolent we are.
Super. Bro, I've always liked what this guy's in the chat. You can go ahead and read that.
Oh, it's the same. Wait, why is that?
Oh no, never mind.
He's
Oh
on
no,
Twitch
he is.
there.
I didn't see he was over there.
So that's YouTube only.
Yeah,
okay.
the YouTube only is on the left. And
Hi, Super. So I have to tell you, Brandon, you're a fan of Super.
yeah.
Super loves me most.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If you ask, like, for real, Super, who's your favorite commentator, he's going to say Dana 1,000%. If he says anything else, he'd be bluffing at this point.
Okay.
YouTube chat is full of virgins, Super says. YouTube chat ain't got nothing on me. So, I don't know. Poker stuff's happening, guys. Gut shot versus trips. People's champ drawing dead.
Yep.
And he's just going to hesitate and fold here.
Yep. Craig slow playing. Flop was check. Craig checks again on the turn. Love that. Laying some rope, and guess now you do have backdoor hearts coming in, so Craig's going to put his foot on the gas.
So I met JJ Redick through poker also.
Very cool.
And it was when he was like at the top of his game, as far as I know.
He was a player at the time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was playing. It was actually a charity event that I was dealing, and another dealer was like in love with JJ Redick. So I was like, well, just go say hi to him. Like, it's our event, you know. He's going to be nice and everything. And he was being nice and talking to people and all that. It was like a holiday thing, too. So I, like, drag her over. She's too shy to do. I drag her over, and I'm like, JJ Redick, this is Tommy Lee. She really wanted to meet you. So that goes on and everything, and he starts talking to us. And I said something about his shoes. And he's all, well, I was like, why did you wear those shoes? Like, they were ugly. So he's like, well, you know what they say about guys with big feet. And I go, apparently they don't have much of a selection available to them, and they have to wear ugly shoes. And I said that to him, and he's like, these shoes are Italian, and they're this much money. And I was like, that's a lot of money for ugly, you know? And I just keep, like, going on and on. And later I was like, I think that JJ Redick was hitting on me, and I should have, like, tried to boo him up, you know? Like, what was I doing? But I was just speaking my mind,
you folded
like
ace-5
usual.
suited.
I mean, yeah, you know, I had a shot at least of being JJ's boo for life.
We got Fredo Poker King 561. We got 2 Fredos now.
What?
We have Alfredo, and then we have Fredo.
And it's different?
I think.
It's not Alfredo just
Oh,
being
wait,
on...
no. Fredo Poker King is Fredo, I think.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
Fredo,
it has
yeah.
to be. There's only one Fredo for us.
Yeah.
And Joe Schmo is Fredo. Oh, my gosh.
And now Smitty's not here? Where's Smitty? I know he's in there somewhere.
Look at Super punting it up. Did he shoot his shot? You know it.
Oh, yeah, you see it.
Fun, guys.
I figured, yeah, he switched.
Trips against flush draw. No. No.
Queen 10 going to boat up. Nice pot for Daniel, sitting at 150K now. He's been very quiet, kind of just riding the wave, close to the money. 9 players left,
Yeah,
5 get
just
paid.
accumulating. And like Kevin, like we knew Kevin had a stack, but I didn't know it was 200 plusy plus. Oh, well that's nice. Super, how come when I said that I'm your favorite, you didn't jump on that? And
I noticed that. I was kind of side-eyeing that. Blinds at 2K, 4K. Kevin's still holding the chip lead at 240,000. George is our short stack with 15 bigs.
I do like this guy. I'm
And he
playing
won-
hard to get. Super, I want one of these T-shirts that I don't understand the draw to, but yeah.
Do you think the girls feel the same way that Russell Westbrook felt at that poker game where, like, guys are just complimenting them over and over, and it's like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, females in poker, I've heard so many weird things, and some of them are, like, nice and complimentary and like, oh, thank you, you know, and then so many of them are way out of line. Like, if I tell you something's out of line.
Yeah, like if you're a girl and, like, she goes all in with aces and wins, and everyone's like, nice hand. You just really nice hand, hun.
No, it
You know?
happens a lot, and it's
like,
funny,
dude.
like, anytime I would play somewhere new, I'm an aggressive poker player for sure, just in general, not even just being, like, for a female. And I would go to new places, and that would, like, be a nice compliment in itself, as people would just be, like, so shook and be like, where did this girl come from? I played a lot with Antonio Tarver, the boxer.
Okay.
I played a lot with him. 5-10 no limit, and he used to just like fold to me non-stop, and I think he just thought that I remained having 2 pair every single hand. Like, he would just face up fold like monsters, and I'm like, how do you know? I never had anything, not once, Antonio.
It's interesting here. I think Brett limped under the gun with aces.
Yeah.
And got Kevin to squeeze
To like a nice
18K.
sizable raise too. Yeah.
Now Kevin getting the count.
I think that this is a mistake for Kevin to even consider this.
I agree.
If
Because
he,
people don't limp raise with anything that isn't the nuts anymore.
And again, he's in a spot where at best he's flipping, and it would be a 2 overs flip, you know. I mean, literally, like, what hand does Kevin beat? Like, Brett might do this with 9s and 9s only. And
maybe
that would
ace
be
king. That's really it.
very unlikely. But he's either dominate or flipping at best, and I just think that if he's truly considering this, and he is, Brandon, mark another one.
I suck. I just suck. It's the clip from Kevin from The Office where he's playing poker against Phyllis and he can't beat her. She's never played before, and he's just like, I suck. King on the turn, no help. Ace is going to hold. Huge double up for Brett.
Yeah, and I just said, like, Kevin has way more chips than I even realized,
Yep.
and he's just cut it in half almost. Like, it was way too much to call with 10s there. Yeah, I can't think of.
Yeah, super. I was just gonna say the same thing. Like the limp raise. Like, especially when like an older gentleman does it. I'm like, this is always. It's literally always aces or kings. It's 2002 all over again.
No, absolutely. So I used to watch a fair amount of poker for sure. I used to get a lot of joy out of it, and I lost my dad quite some time ago. So like the 2005, 2006 World Series is like the last kind of poker we watched together, and like always had fun with it. And I love going back and seeing those again. So anytime someone references it, first of all, I'm happy. But do you remember, would you have watched it was like the first year that everybody started getting like super, super aggressive, and you were seeing like the 5 bets and stuff. And they show Lex Veldhouse like raising every single hand, and like he like goes all in pre-flop. This guy like pretty quickly folds like kings face up, and it's literally like the 3rd hand that the camera's been there for, where Lex has like absolutely nothing and is shown, and he shows the hand and he's like, I don't know what you guys are thinking, like why would you fold that to me, kind of stuff. And I think that that was definitely like the most exciting era in poker.
It was so
you had so many people
fun.
qualifying online where like
Yep.
maybe they
it really was
played
the
well,
golden
or
age of
maybe they
poker.
just went bananas and somehow won this online
Like
scene.
that was when like Joseph Chung was making some deep runs, and Vanessa Selps was playing a lot. I always liked watching her play. I mean, she tends to punt, but I always thought that like she had super creative bluffs. Joseph Chung, another guy, like he 5 bets with aces, gets called by like bottom pair, and the guy just it's some stupid runner straight. Like
that's a throwback name, Joseph Chung.
Joseph Chung, he made a real deep run.
Very smart poker player,
For
individual.
sure. Yeah, he's a stud for sure.
And then I mean, even like when the high roller started, I told you I love Norman Chad.
Yeah.
He actually has been surpassed by Joe Stapleton.
Yeah, I like him too.
I love Joe Stapleton. One day, Joe Stapleton retweeted me, and it was like
really?
the highlight of my world.
That's sick.
Yeah, it was so good. Like somebody trolled him, and I like came up with some really fresh comeback, and then he retweeted it, and I was like, oh my god, this didn't really happen. I like was never on Twitter. Snap all in with the.
You got it?
Yeah, he's got
Super's base. Nick is absolutely the best commentator. I don't think it's close.
Get out of
honest.
here.
He absolutely is.
You're not being real, are you? How do you listen to him? You have to fall asleep.
Dude, stop. No, Nick is
His
on point.
voice is draining the life out of me, and I have a lot of life.
No, but what he says, though, like his breakdown of like what guys are thinking or what they should be considering when facing a certain decision, like he's on point.
But you can't. How do you know what he says? I'm asleep by the 3rd word. I've never seen a more monotonous, draining voice in my entire.
This whole time I thought you knew ball. I did.
I can't. I just sit there and I'm like, God, I wish I had an IV of cocaine coming into me, and I've never even done cocaine. Like, it's nuts. Maybe if you take like a lot of Adderall, like a lot.
He co-commentates with Ali. Ali does a good job too.
Yeah, Ollie's all right. Joe Stapleton's the absolute best. You know what I really like? Joe Stapleton can talk poker to anybody. Like,
for sure.
I try to do that on the stream here, like especially, you know, I try to at least a couple of times during the stream say like, hey, like if we're using lingo you guys don't know, if you have a question, like always feel free to like comment. We're happy to go over anything, like
for
ideas
sure.
we have, like we can, you know, not in a bad way, do like Poker for Dummies, like all those books and everything, and be like, yeah, this is like how it works. This is what a big blind ante is. We're happy to go over anything. And I think Joe Stapleton opens the door to poker so much, and he makes it to where you're like, oh my God, what a wise guy. He's so silly.
He does find a way to make it like not dry.
Yeah,
it's
so understandable and everything, and whether you're playing in $100 tournament or a high roller, I think you can learn something from his analysis.
Absolutely.
And you don't realize it at first.
Yeah, no, don't get it twisted. Like he's a very like colorful personality, but he's a sharp guy.
Yeah.
I mean, the way he breaks down like certain things, he's just good enough to make it into like a joke, you know.
Yeah, and I guess that's like my beef with Nick Schulman is I just get bored. Like, I mean, you can be saying the most interesting in the world, but if you don't say it in like an interesting way, then you just kind of lose your audience, you know? So I haven't watched much of his commentary because
That's a good flop for you.
wow, 4-4 on the flop. Call it a comeback. Yeah, I don't watch very much TV in general, poker, anything anymore. But I just don't really have like the patience to be like, okay, like I'm listening to what you're saying. It's just the way he says it is so dry. so dry. Maybe if it's like
that's what happens when like you become so good at poker, you're just a robot.
Yeah.
That's kind of I think that's where he's at in his evolution.
But like maybe if it could be like a book on tape where like he types it out and like somebody else reads it, then I might be into it, you know? I don't know who those are, Super. Sorry. I'm very out of the loop. I was thrilled when I get compliments on my commentary because I'm like, do people still check raise or am I just too old for that? Like,
Back in my day, we had freeze outs.
yeah, I'm one of the people Brandon talked about where I limp raise and you're like, aces. It's aces every time.
It's
like,
literally aces.
I don't know anything else about poker these days.
Yeah, it's no longer a slick thing to do.
If I limp raise, it's always 7-9 suited.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I can
every
respect
time.
that. I'll check them out, Super. Yeah, I've never heard of them.
Super, what you been up to? You playing some poker?
Thank you, buddy.
Super, do you want to talk about it? Down 15K in 3 weeks. It sounds painful.
Raise 9,000.
Yeah, I know. Freeze outs are great in theory, but they just don't work.
Man.
It's unfortunate.
So since they were Russian, you couldn't even like follow them outside and like potentially like mug them
Why
for
don't
the
you
money
just bring back sit and goes like a rational person?
Craig has a hand here. Well, I don't think we've talked about the poker hands much today, but I do think we talked a lot of poker, so that's fun. Sometimes you got to take it abstract, you know? Super, how come you don't come to Kennel Club ever? Come on, come play some 2-Card Mania. We might have a PLO downstairs right now. They play on Saturdays a lot.
It's a good game.
Super question. Are you animated on the table and like you make jokes, etc., or do you like shut it down and you're serious? I'm guessing animated, but I just need to know. I don't like when the button's in this position.
Yeah. That would drive me nuts.
If it's on the other side of the player, no problem. It doesn't have to be right in front of them, but like, are you the small blind? Are you the button? Do you know? Do we know?
When we go to the flop, are you going to accidentally act first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is everyone just going to stare because they don't know what's going on? You shut it down.
Eddie facing 3 limpers out of the big blind with ace-jack. Might be time to punish them. And Eddie is the punishing type.
Oh.
Whoa.
And it's,
What?
I mean, Kevin dominates here. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was looking at Eddie's hand as a king nothing. Oops.
Wow,
snapped.
he got snapped.
I mean, the last hand he went all in with was 5 highs, so.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a fan, but.
Of the snap?
No, of the limp race.
It wasn't even that much more. It was double Eddie's bet. So, like.
The king
yeah.
and a king only.
Yeah.
That ain't going to do it.
Lots of swinging for Kevin.
That's Betty Davis. There she is.
If Kevin goes downstairs, I assume that Mike went down to play cash. So if he sees Kevin this quickly, he's going to be so mad that, like, the person who took his chips is, like, so quickly out. Like, you were the monster chip leader. And then, like, that is always, like, kind of one of those, like, cherry on top things where you're like, really?
You're like, yeah, this is the guy that picked me off.
Super, what game would you like to play?
And the only correct answer is the 5-10 1 to 300. Because I'm going to keep protesting until we get it back.
So the last time I was on stream, they said there was an interest list and it almost went. And then recently don't know if this is true or not, but a couple players told me no. They said that they would never run it. The room doesn't want it, and I was like, the room loves it.
The room
The room
loves it.
should
Lies.
love it.
Lies.
Yeah.
It's propaganda.
It's like the fastest game of all time.
You don't need white chips. Well, I guess for the
It's
raid.
fantastic.
Yeah.
We're bringing back 1 to 300. You gonna quit and be a pro player again?
I'm still a pro player.
But you can't play here.
You're right. So I thought
Yeah. We have a dealer that just put in their 2 weeks notice and asked if their 2 weeks notice could actually be 0 notice so that they can go downstairs and play 1 to 300, no limit hold'em.
they opened that game up again.
We're talking about
Oh
it.
yeah, super. We had we used to run a
interestless.
5-10 1 to 300. Best game in the house. No, it's absolutely sick. But we haven't run it in quite some time. And for those with any pull in that area listening, I beg you, please bring it back.
Raised 25,000.
And he said to look in the mirror or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Fredo, you might be right, but I think we can start a resistance.
We're talking about like a pro poker player that does analysis for the World Series of Poker. I'm saying that his voice is really warm.
Seven players left, 2 away from the bubble. Fredo over here sweating the point standings like a degenerate sicko. I respect it. I mean, hey, I didn't say it was incredible for the players, but the staff loves it. Let's put it that way. I mean, back in the day, I saw players that only played that game, you know? Hey, it's bar poker for money.
I was thinking. Not because you're handsome. You are handsome, but that's not why.
All right, so George, Brett, Craig, People's Champ, Peter, Eddie, and Daniel, our final 7 players. With the People's Champ being, or no, I'm sorry, Eddie is our new chip leader with 260K, fresh off a knockout.
His grandpa played golf in St. Andrews.
The home of golf, baby.
Bought him a t-shirt.
St. Andrews in poker, right?
No, not not that St. Andrews. Not that St. Andrews.
I believe Eddie was one of the players that chopped our multi as well.
I'm thinking St. Andrews, Scotland.
I think he was in the same seat.
Can I see your stats?
He's one of my clients. A very good client. Shout out to St. Andrews Golf Coach.
Yeah, super. It's just a super action. It's just an action game. I mean, you're either tripling up right away or you're dusting 3 buy-ins, and some players just love that aspect of it. And it's a lot of like unorthodox play pre-flop, a lot of limp raising, limp shoving. You're just getting it in on the flop. It's like 2 street poker basically. I could see some people being really good at it.
What you got? What you got, bud?
You got me.
No, you got me. You got me.
All right, we have an all-in and a call. King 5 suited versus Jack 10. George is at risk. Flops open-ended. Does get there.
Sorry, bud.
Oh, no, Eddie got there. I'm sorry. George did not have – Eddie had the Jack 10. Okay, so George will actually be eliminated in 7th place. Eddie adding to his chip lead now, sitting at over 320K.
Bounty number 12 for you now, man?
No.
11 and a half. Dead small.
Yeah, you're just playing hands that are going to win at Showdown a lot, but that don't hit. So ace high, king high, nuts, basically. We're officially on the bubble. Wonder if they'll pay it.
Whatever Craig says, I'll agree to.
Oh, they're already saying. Already discussing paying the bubble.
I mean, there's definitely some super nice chip stacks out there, and then Peter's are obvious.
Yeah, Peter was like, well, you know what I'm going to vote for.
Yeah.
He just said
Low man on the totem pole.
Yeah.
While these guys talk chop, I do just want to clarify, because we've had some concern voiced. Nick Schulman, whose voice I've been saying is very dry and boring, is not one of our players in this building.
He's
He's
not.
a broadcaster for
Correct.
the World Series of Poker.
That is correct.
He's a multimillionaire. He's doing all right. And
A multiple bracelet winner.
he thinks I'm great and not annoying at all. Just to let anybody listening that was feeling sour or hurt inside know.
Really?
150, 150?
150 off first, 100 off second, and 50 off third for the bubble. Yep.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Yep.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Congrats. Now I'm coming for you, bound.
That's it.
I might loosen up the game a little.
To get this far, you had to have gotten a bounty, so.
Great, it's 12,000.
It's weird that you're listening to my commentary if you hate my voice.
Yeah, disclaimer. Nick Schulman is a World Series of Poker commentator and multiple bracelet winner and has more money than I will ever have.
I mean,
And I think he's a fantastic commentator.
Yeah.
He is not in any way associated with the Palm Beach Kennel Club.
I don't think he's ever been here. He's never stepped
he's
foot
never
in our
been here.
building.
No, I doubt it.
don't think he ever will. But if I ever meet him in person, I'll tell him I'm sorry.
You're going to keep the
for-
same energy you had with Russell Westbrook?
Yeah. I'm sorry that I think your voice that's very dry is very dry. And if anybody doesn't like my voice, I'm sorry about that too. I was born with it. Actually, I did kind of change it. I think it was a traumatic event thing. Oh my gosh. Meanwhile, I'm getting an invitation for action in the chat. Now I need to catch up on it.
Did they pay the bubble?
I think that they agreed to
They
it.
probably did. Classy.
What
you know?
game am I playing with Super? Can you
I
scroll
don't.
up?
That's you guys. I have no
Are we
clue.
allowed to scroll? What happens
Yeah,
if
you
we
can.
scroll?
You can scroll up.
Okay. Gotta see which game he picked. Oh my gosh, so much got said in this chat. I should never leave the booth ever. I'll never leave the booth again, guys. I promise.
Yeah, we were just discussing the 5-10 1 to 300.
I love it. I played that game in here multiple times.
So sick. Eddie flopping top two. Daniel with a redraw to Broadway and 2 overs. Daniel just flatting the 16K raise with ace king too. That's seemed wild to me. We are on the bubble, but I still, I don't know, man. Not a fan.
Super is so funny. Aw, Super likes my voice. Impossible not to. You're like my dream man. If we could just have your voice and Nick Schulman, not affiliated with the Poker Kennel Club and does not come in here and play, body. Okay, so I saw the game we're playing. Can I only bring 10 buy-ins, or can I like really plan to dust off? 10 buy-ins is not that much to me. Like, I need to really make it hurt, I think. Punish him.
Craig opening up the button.
So we talked about this. I love it when a plan comes together.
Oh yeah. What
and
was
it
the?
came up as the A team, which I've never seen.
And
then
actually, I think that's correct. Yeah.
But then I was like, is there anything else? And ChatGPT's like, would you like me to plug in like the last 20 years of TV and movie history? And I'm like, yeah, buddy. Like, what did you do? But I've never seen the A team, so I don't know.
That phrase has definitely been used in other spots.
Yeah, no, for sure. But it just sounded like so familiar. I was like, this has to be somebody's tagline that I've like seen recently, but not the A team. And we got an
now
all-in.
Daniel decides to shove, but Ace King wasn't good enough earlier.
I think that this is the kind of thing like you're saying, like Ace King wasn't good enough earlier, and we saw it with what was the young
10.
man's name? Kessler. Chop.
Oh my
Happy Chop.
Why do we play this game?
Yeah. I think when you see stuff like that, like fold Ace King and then, you know, fold Ace 10 or shove Ace 10 in a similar spot or maybe even worse spot, like with the
Definitely
re-raise.
at 100% a worse spot.
Yeah, like with the way the action's going, it's just all frustration.
Yeah. Yep.
And I mean, I guess if they've agreed to pay the bubble, then you kind of have that as a cushion also. Do you think Nick Schulman's going to write in his diary about me tonight? Do you think he's listening?
Are there live betting odds on this?
I hope so. Like, why wouldn't there be? This is a very important topic. Somebody looked up our phone number because of this topic. Nick Schulman was writing me a love letter, and then he heard this commentary, and he's like, "Oh, shucks." He just, like, balled it up.
She couldn't bear my voice, so it's not going to work out.
He balled up the love letter, tried to throw it in the waste can, and missed. Loser.
Him and his 5 bracelets. That'll show him.
Russell Westbrook wouldn't have missed that shot. He likes
well,
me.
actually, he probably would have missed.
Yeah, okay.
But he would have gotten the rebound, though.
Yeah.
He definitely would have missed a shot, 100%.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here. I was hoping that nobody would insult me until I got down and dealt 3-card poker, but...
Oh, yeah. See,
like,
you dealt 3-card and those in Ultimate. Like, this is another Tuesday for you.
Yeah. This
Come on.
is just the regular.
Like, you haven't had players threaten to kill you every day. Like,
Oh, they don't threaten to kill me. They threaten to get me fired. They literally, I've had like 2 players recently go, "You won't be here tomorrow." And I'm like, actually, they just promoted me again. Like, I'm like, I know it might not make sense to you, but they love me here. It might be because of my excellent work ethic. I don't know.
we're a family.
Yes, absolutely. This is a fun one. I mean, these hands are good, but...
Super. That's good. That's so good.
Because it's you. Because it's you.
That's so good.
Because it's you.
All right. Our chip counts with 6 players left. Eddie starting to pull away with 360K. Peter's our short stack with 7 bigs. Going to have to make something happen pretty soon with blinds at 3, 6, and 6. Some solid players left. We'll see which one's the first to budge.
I've known Tony for a long time. I knew how aggressive he used to be. Now he's...
First place walking away with $2,383 plus all of the bounties. They accumulate $100 apiece.
Super, have you ever had like a real job? The dealer tilts you.
See, I don't know.
I actually go on dealer tilt pretty often.
I don't. honestly, because
I mean,
I've
it's
seen like
so
the
many
things that
things.
like the players have so often blamed the dealers for things that are clearly their own fault.
Yeah.
That I don't take their accusations seriously anymore.
Yeah, I don't ever be like, oh, you don't ever deal me anything good, but like, if a dealer's just being, I mean, if you're stuck money and the dealer's just super slow, like that's tilting. Like, this is the one that used to get me. If they have all 52 cards in their hand and they haven't, like, started dealing the hand out, and then it's like, oh, what's going on over there? Did somebody call my name? Can I get cocktails? And you're like, can we get just the first card? Take the first card off the deck and just, it'll feel good, you know? But I think I've just always been, like, very aware of things like that. You see, so this is what, when our dealers push in, they do have a set deck here, so they do a quick wash. But, like, when a dealer just starts washing the cards when, like, nobody's asked, I'm like, hey, like, we don't need to do that. A little shuffle will work. I don't know. Anything that delays the game. I want more game, Brandon.
Yeah, I get it. But then certain players will, like, will like, suggest, you know, hurry up. I'm like, dude, if I hurry up, you're just going to go broke faster. It's like,
Yeah.
What do you know? It's like, what do you want me to do, man? I'm giving you time to consider your choices and leave.
Look how much Pool Super has. He says something about the dealer, and immediately we get a new dealer in here. Like, even
On a
on
half-hour
a
delay.
30-minute delay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, like, it's like we just knew that he was, like, feeling antsy. He might leave the stream. No, we need our viewers. We'll make it happen.
Yeah, Fredo, I've never actually said that, but that's what I'm thinking every time.
No, I mean, it's definitely, like, all, like, I would never even say anything, but that, like, I used to just stare at their hand when all 52 cards are in it, and I'm like, come on, pitch them out, come on, like.
I'm like, yeah, you're just in such a hurry to torch your kid's college fund.
I mean, a lot of dealers don't know about, like, dealer time, player time, and, like, when to get things done, and
Yeah.
not long after I started here, like, a host came and gave me chips for my bank. And I, like, got the handout, started action, and then took the chips. And this guy next to me was like, oh, my God, I've never seen that before. And I was like, okay. Like, pretty standard. He's like, thank you for doing that. I was like, no problem, friend. Like, I don't know. Fredo, do you like my voice?
Watch Fredo, nice guy, ever say no. I hate it.
Fredo's the person who complained. I'll get one of those, like, voice-changing devices, like, from the Scream movies.
Scream, yep.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Oh, they just announced a new one coming out in February. I can't wait.
Oh, wow.
I'm such a Scream fanatic.
Really?
I am. Oh, yeah, I love horror movies.
I think I've watched them all.
They're
but
so
I
good.
mean, you know,
The first
obviously,
four
like,
are good.
the original, the OG. I loved, what was her name? Tatum on the original. I thought she was, like, the sassiest little queen of all time.
Oh,
and
she's
the
great.
way that she
The
did
garage
it,
door, right?
like,
yeah.
yeah. Sorry, guys. Spoiler alert. I know that you've had opportunity to watch this movie. The garage door scene was, like, really good.
That might be their best kill.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Really, really good, yeah.
And, fun fact, Nev Campbell's daughter in the new one is named Tatum.
Oh.
Homage to her. Yep.
I love that.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be good. Comes out in February. I didn't like the last two, to be honest, but I thought that the first four were sick.
Yeah, I feel like the last one especially was, like, a real reach.
I don't
that
like.
was, like,
I don't
the
like
whole
having
family,
to, like,
right?
Yeah, I don't like having to. Yeah, that.
Yeah, that
and
was
just getting used to a whole new cast of, like, core characters. It just.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, the cast for the first one was so good.
The
I
rumor-
loved Randy.
Randy is the best, and Stu Macher, the second killer,
Okay.
Shaggy.
He always plays, like, the creepiest characters on TV. Him and, God, what's the other guy that, like, looks a little bit like him? They always will play, like, if they need someone with, like, multiple personalities or, like, a really deranged serial killer.
I know what
Him and, like, the other guy, he was in Dexter. Did you ever watch Dexter?
Yes, I did.
The guy that his job was like to clean up the highway and things like that. Like if an animal got hit by a car, like so he had all the barrels. He always plays like multiple personalities on all the TV shows. Like, yeah, it's like those are like the two designated for like we need someone to really reach.
Yeah, there
and be
are just
scary.
certain people that were just born to be a one-trick pony when it comes to acting.
Eddie is on a roll. He is our chip leader by about, double the next in line, really. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He was in one of the main characters in Animal Kingdom. You ever see Animal Kingdom?
Mm-mm.
Watch that. He
Okay.
plays. He's
It's a
pretty
movie or a series?
It's a TV show series.
Okay.
Yeah, it was on TNT for a while. You can find it on Netflix. But yeah, he plays
Animal Kingdom.
one of the brothers in the crime family, and he's definitely not all there.
Okay.
And absolutely nails it. By the way. Yeah, that's a good call out. Sean Haddisy is his name. All right, Peter's all in with ace, king, of diamonds on the button, 40K. Our short stack.
Peter.
Craig obviously flipping it in.
Damn it, my ace nine of club was live.
Oh, how are the hearts live there?
One more flip.
Chop it up.
Live.
Yeah, Fredo Dexter's sick. The new, I didn't like how they ended the original installment, but then they brought it back and actually made it right. And the last season was, this latest one that just came out was actually really, really good.
So, like, what, 6-7 minutes ago, People's Champ had made a comment about being chip leader, and he was, like, doing it, and then him and Eddie got into that little war with, like, the Queen Jack suited that Eddie had versus People Champ's King Jack.
Yeah.
And now Eddie has double People Champ's stack. Like,
Life comes at you fast.
I know,
One
these
blind to
chips
3K,
have been,
6K.
like, just rolling today. So many times I've been like, what? That's so many chips. Pizza. I like it. 1, 2, 3 players
Same.
behind you.
Suited king, absolutely.
He's going to run into it here, but with the other short stack.
Yeah, I don't hate the shove.
And he's in a really tough spot because Eddie's going to call so many hands with his chip stack. And it being a bounty tournament and everything especially. So, Peter's just in, like, such a horrible position here where it's, like, there's really no great spot to shove because you're going to get looked up.
Yeah.
Almost always. So, yeah. I like that he doesn't just wait around. He gets it in with the king suited. It is dominated here. And we have Daniel at risk also with his ace king.
Who guys rooting for?
And Eddie can't mine this spot. What's he?
And I still don't remember if they paid the bubble or not. But Peter is the one technically, on bubble risk.
Yeah, I think they agreed to it very quickly.
Okay.
All right. And this is going to be a triple up for Daniel with his ace king. So he's got some wiggle room, and he gets the bounty. He had Peter covered.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he had him covered,
Yeah.
so bounty will go to Daniel. Nice come up for him.
Don't forget your money.
Yeah, they paid the bubble.
He forgot to point at the table and say bounty.
Poor Kevin.
You finished it, right? They got it over there, right?
Did you guys already take the bounty back? Bounty's back or no?
Nah, there's no bounty trail.
We got a bounty, right?
He's hallucinating again.
Oh, did you guys pay the bubble?
Yeah, we
They
paid.
paid the bubble, so. Alright, so.
Okay, so that answers that question.
Man, I take them both out, but I can't call his shove though with these two. Even if I almost
Craig
raised.
got 6.
I would've beat him.
No, I know.
On the what? Oh, for you.
And then there were 5. Everyone guaranteed around 700 plus bounties.
I tried, bro.
Yeah, you had two live cards. Too.
Yeah, I had 2 live ones, man.
Surprised the ace king though.
I'm good.
I know, was both of them home? No. Oh,
He had an ace. I folded
your
an
aces.
ace.
Yeah,
And
king,
then-
king 3 of diamonds, right?
Oh yeah, king two.
Right over here, this young man. This distinguished gentleman.
Eddie on a heater right now. Chip leader at our final table and coming off of a 2nd place finish in our multi-flight. Congratulations to him and all those that chop 7 ways. Craig just going to limp in the small blind with king 7 of diamonds. These players are going to go heads up to a flop. Jack high board, no hope to anyone. Goes check, check. Craig
Ooh
turning
la
a flush draw.
The
King,
best
king high is the
turn
best
card
hand.
we could have seen. Straight draw,
Oh, I
flush
didn't see
draw,
people's jam turned open-ended
funsies.
as well. Oh, when he gets there, there will be blood of some kind.
Oh, how
Craig
does
gives
Craig
up.
not represent? Craig, you don't have any showdown value.
Craig
Represent
gives up.
something. What could the guy possibly have?
Yep.
Yeah, Craig
Craig's
was
spidey
like
senses
so
went
ready
off.
for
Yeah,
the.
he
Yeah,
ain't- he
he's
ain't
like, I'm
putting in
ready to
more.
fold. I'm ready to fold. Let me fold.
Yep. Craig played it perfectly. Put chips in, we had the best of it. Lost nothing when he was behind.
This is so different from the table we started with like all the
It
chatter.
is not even
We lost
remotely the
all
same.
of our chatterbugs. Even Kevin started being a chatteroo, and we lost him.
Bounty.
Yes. Raise, bounty, and then he like lit up. Maybe someone texted him and was like, the commentary booth says that you don't talk. Like, get on this. Not that anything we say here matters, viewers. It's all for fun.
Entertainment. We are an entertainment complex.
Making
Poker's
fun
fun,
of someone isn't nice,
Playing
viewers.
poker, they said. It'll be fun, they said. And then you get rivered by 4 people downstairs. Speaking of downstairs, high hands all night, every 15 minutes, $400 a piece, plus progressive bonuses. Royo's paying out over $1,500 a piece at the moment, last time I checked.
Yeah, it has to be more than that.
And
'cause
those
that was
last
night.
yeah, those were last night, so they're probably at least
So-
$2 grand. Yeah, so those go all night, even after the high hand. So Friday through Sunday, as long as we're open, those are live. So you just got to hit it. You don't got to worry about someone cracking your hand. Just
Yeah, those are so nice that they stay all night. I dealt last week, I think a 7 high straight flush, and it hadn't been hit. So nice little bonus for the player, and it's just fun when you're like, oh, I got there. I get paid, even though it's 3 a.m. Ooh.
yep, I say it all the time on stream.
Look at this. Brandon, this
no,
is the most
middle
exciting
set.
hand that we've had happen.
Middle set
He's just
versus the
going
nut
for
flush draw.
all
Yeah,
in,
all in
snap
and snap.
call.
Yep.
Yeah.
Eddie says middle set. Yes, please. Life's good as the chip leader. Brecken needs some help.
It happened so fast.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
It's never supposed to be that easy, though.
Yeah.
Like, how is the turn not
The
like a
turn
10?
card, yeah.
Like a 10, giving him more outs.
Can we run that back?
Just immediately dead.
We're putting super on tilt with this dealer now, probably. He's like, really, dealer? You can't, like, draw it out and make us sweat? Give us some hope that something crazy will happen?
Eddie now with a commanding chip lead. Over 40% of the chips in play. And Daniel now technically our short stack with 190,000.
Yeah,
That's the only thing you don't want him to have.
and the problem was the queen. If he had his queen turn there.
It's like bounty number 8 for you, bro.
2 bounties.
Eddie only has 2 bounties. I don't believe it.
Brandon, it is freezing in here.
I love it.
I'm going to stop holding my cold beverage, first of all. Dun, dun, dun. I literally think that it changed like at least 5 degrees in the last 20 minutes in here.
Probably because outside. I would say outside.
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
gotten,
for sure. Sun went down and everything, but like.
I mean, easily my favorite 6 weeks of the year. These last 6, right?
Yeah. I think my
Like, no
nose is
question.
cold. Don't worry, we'll be okay, guys.
Yeah, I walk out the door and I'm immediately in a good mood.
Yeah,
When I feel a cold,
super
it
nice
is
out.
the absolute nuts outside.
My favorite thing, though, is a good sun shower.
That's
would
that's
trade
not
it
bad
all
either.
for a
That's
sun shower.
pretty underrated.
So cool. And what about a sun shower when you see it like coming towards you? Like you see it starting and you're like, whoa, here it comes. I love storms. I mean, as long as you're like safe and not driving next to Craig. Just teasing Craig. That poor guy makes one comment on stream about like.
And we've been talking about his bad driving for 4 hours.
Cause like I mean I just like I can visualize it for sure.
I thought you called me like with a big hand and.
Like, I have the type of rapport with Craig where, like, I'm waiting for the tournament director to say shuffle up and deal. And I you know, I'm just sitting there, haven't dealt the card yet. And he goes, hey, buddy, why don't you do your job? And I'm, like, not offended at all.
Just my regular drink. Proficient, competent, smart, good at his job.
That's the best most we can ask for.
Oh, he's good kid, man.
No, he is. He's
Much
good.
like our dealer here.
Still working on that. Everybody can't. You can't have all grades. Man. Hard to find good help out there.
Don't listen to fucking He's all freaked out about the 3 people that are watching.
Grade 14.
I know a number of like professional sports players with rings. They don't wear them. He's got the Panther championship ring.
Oh,
But I know people that earn
have
them.
you ever
I know
seen-
people that earn them and they don't wear them.
have you ever seen the videos? These videos with the capes and shit.
My man in Amsterdam.
12.
It's a good treat. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Are you going down south tomorrow?
Tonight?
Oh, you going tonight?
Yeah, right after this.
What
tomorrow.
It's
Tonight's a $400.
start at 4 o'clock though, right?
Yeah, it started at 4, but late reg is 8 o'clock, and you get 40 bigs at 8:30. So
You are a freaking warrior.
I might have to do that too.
yeah,
You guys are warriors.
It's 100K, right?
no, it's a 40K.
It's
guarantee-
$400
guarantee, $400 black chip bounty.
Black chip bounty, yep. It's a Dania highlight.
Yeah, as soon as
I thought you talked about
the second I bust out of here, I'm getting in my car and I'm pointing something.
That's too much. I might go down there tomorrow. It's a
Tomorrow's $600, $50K.
Fredo, we don't get breaks in the commentary booth. We love what we do and we do what we love.
Whenever here in May,
The players are talking, so it's kind of letting them, but don't listen to them now because you should always play all of your poker at Palm Beach Kennel Club. There are no other poker rooms.
Hello, Platina. I told Platina. Well, Jay, you never told me your name, dude. Jay. Well, Jay, I told you I see you there. I told you I see you there. When you're chip.
Super, did you get an autograph?
Wait, your name's Jay? No. This is getting really confusing.
No, that's what he meant to say. Like me, me saying your name is Jay.
I've been calling him Eddie for years. It's fucked up. Makes me feel bad. 17. Oh, boy.
I'm that raging bull.
That's kind of interesting, Super. Super in the chat is saying that Craig won the first moneymaker in a different room when the tour came through. Six-handed the players, offered a chop, and Craig was the only holdout saying no, but he was the smallest stack.
488. 488.
All right, guys, blinds are up. 488.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Jay.
888.
Thank you, Jay.
888.
Did he ask for more money at any point, or he just straight up said no and didn't offer anything, or didn't request anything, I guess? I think as the short stack, it'd be fun to say no, I want more money. He just wanted to play. That's cool.
20 the book.
I don't know if you're allowed to. I don't know. I assume this woman's trolling. I mean, I didn't like
Heads up.
say anything. I was just talking about like Super talking about Craig winning the thing. No, he just
Check.
this thing. This is his thing. Is that
Wow, bro. Damn, that is good. I see that. Called it before he cut it.
Yeah, I don't think that Craig. We saw him say right away he would pay the bubble on this. I don't think that he chops these very often,
That turn went from bad to worse. Wow.
if ever.
That's disgusting.
35.
Yeah, Eddie even said nice run out. I mean, everything gets there. The straight, spades
Flush on
got
the
there.
turn, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure he wasn't thinking that that's the way he was beat, but never chop unless you're broke. I mean, sometimes you can make a chop work for you, like if you are the short stack. And
Like I've been at the final table at one of our, like when we used to have the Player of the Month tournament, and I was like the clear short stack, and they're like, let's just chop evenly. Like, oh, okay, whatever you guys want.
Yeah.
I'm cool with it.
like, oh,
I'm not gonna be the guy that's like, I'm not chopping
Twist
here.
my arm.
I play for
Yeah.
the win.
Yeah, but that's what Super said, that Craig won the first moneymaker at a different stop on tour. And at six-handed, they said, do you want, like, everyone agreed to a chop, and Craig was the shorty and said no.
I respect it.
Lauren coming into the chat. We
Lauren,
have
thank you for being here.
Such a nice setup. As you can hear, the table's mic'd up very nicely. We're hearing what these guys are chatting about, getting our graphics on point, and it is just such a nice thing to have this stream capability here. I think that the players, for the most part, like it. I think somebody must have called out of work or something the other day. They were like super panicked when they were called down to the stream table. And it was like, buddy, like, our setup here, like.
We've never had dealers that call out and then they're all of a sudden we look at Hera's final table page and we see someone.
You've seen it?
That's happened before.
It's happened, yeah.
before.
Ooh, what's the reaction
I'm not
there?
going to rat anybody out.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard people talk about it and everything. I didn't ever hear like a direct like, this is what happened to them. I mean, I guess they could be like, listen, put on your Kennel Club gear and we'll forgive it. Other than that,
yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
4 players left. 4 very capable opponents. Nobody too short yet. Eddie's still with a reasonable chip lead.
Yeah, these 3 guys are very close in chips, and then Eddie's just our.
Eddie's sitting with, you know, around 40-something%. Well, Fredo, Betty can do whatever she wants. I think she's earned that right.
Yeah, that's actually. She has a forever like hall pass. Like
100%.
If you guys are in the area, we have our nighttime tournament that just started. Come join us for tournament poker. Join us for cash game poker. Brandon just mentioned our promotions that we have going. The Progressive is all weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for our Progressive high hands. Quad 8s or better. Be the first one to hit it for the day. Win that no matter what time it is, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then those do accumulate. It's a Progressive, so they continue to roll over and get bigger and bigger as they don't hit. So that's a great promotion. I think people have like so much fun with that stuff too. You know, like if you do hit something that's rolled over a few times, it's just like that extra factor where you're like, how lucky am I? Like, not only did I win this, but also it's like gotten up to this jackpot amount, and I think that's a cool thing.
It's honestly my favorite promotion that we have by a large margin, because you know, it's like as cool as the bad beat is, and like it's awesome when someone wins. It's only going to a few people.
Yeah, it's so exclusive. Like it's not going to be something, and it's funny too because the room gets kind of like electrically charged when the bad beat hits. So that's fun and like unexpected. You know, like. Now you can't hit it, but people do get like excited when it hits. So that's like a fun element, but Craig's going to have a decision here. Eddie with the check mark with the flush, and oh wow. He's putting Craig to the super test. What is it? And I mean, this pot definitely has gotten big. It's 140,000 in the middle. Before Eddie's shove here, yeah.
Craig getting a reasonable price, but I think he's just going to lay it down.
And Lauren asked in the chat what the tournament is tonight. We do have our 6:15 p.m., so it just started. $100 no-limit hold'em. And it does have a 2K guarantee on it. Tomorrow's tournament, we have 1 tournament on Sunday. Every other day of the week, we almost always run 2 tournaments unless there's a special event or something. Tomorrow's tournament is 1:15 p.m. I'm back. Is the $160 mega deep stack, and that has a 5K guarantee. So if you can't make it tonight, maybe come check us out tomorrow afternoon. That's a fun tournament.
Our Sunday tournament downstairs is kind of a hidden gem, to be honest.
Yeah, like
it's a really juicy one.
And I always like if there's a sport that I want to watch, I like being here. Like, where can you find more TVs or you know?
Yeah, for sure.
So it's definitely like a fun atmosphere. If you do get knocked out, like we just mentioned, we have the Progressives going. We have high hands going every 15 minutes.
That's the thing. The cash games on Sunday are so good too. I tell players like if you're playing 2-5. Or you only have a limited amount of time to play, try to get here on a Sunday.
And you know what's funny is most poker rooms are dead on Sunday.
Yep.
I never, ever would play on Sunday because there just wouldn't be anything going on. It's the absolute quietest time, and we do get a good crowd on Sunday, and there's a ton of action. I've been telling a couple of my favorites lately that our cash games have been really juicy.
Yeah.
Last night, I'm sure you saw it, pushing into like the 1-2 no limit tables, a bunch of stacks over $500.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
There was it's funny too. People come up and they're like, this is 2-5. I asked for 1-2. And you're like, no, this
Nope.
is 1-2. Like, I mean, table 20, I'm thinking of it. There had to have been 5 of the 8 players had $1,000 in front.
That's
for
sick.
sure.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
It's kind of like Vegas, where like they never close and you can buy in for anything on like 1-2, 1-3. And it's like, oh, like what have I stumbled into? The 2-5 games have been very good lately. Just a lot of action, a lot of cash on the tables, a lot that you can win.
Yep, and some of that too is a tribute to our progressives, because a lot of 1-2 players, like some of these like college kids, don't have a lot of money. They luck into one of these progressives, and it's like, okay, you've got like 15 buy-ins.
Absolutely.
So stimulates the poker economy a little bit.
It was probably assumed by many, but I do want to say that we do not have any tournaments on Thanksgiving. Tournament is paused.
Oh, yeah, Fredo, I did see you on that table. That's right. 18 was really good, too. 18, 20, and I think 22 were all pretty solid.
Fredo, you're making me dizzy switching all these screen names and what you're following us on. Now I got to look at the YouTube screen. It's so far away. I dealt to Fredo on table 20.
Craig's taking a stand. All in for $150,000 with ace-8 of clubs. Daniel limping the button.
Not terrible.
Craig knowing he's ahead once he faces a button limp. Daniel doesn't seem like the trapping type from there. Just takes it down. Kenny, what's up, brother?
Can't get nothing.
Lauren, I don't know if you're a regular. I'm just looking over our tournament calendar. Our new-ish tournament, I think we've had it for about 2 months now, is the Survivor on Monday. I think that that's a great addition to our tournament schedule. $130 buy-in, no limit hold'em, $3K guarantee, and you literally just play down to final 3, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, final 3.
And you all get the same amount, yeah.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter how many chips you have, and of course if there's like a ton of players, then it's top 10%. But it doesn't matter if you come in first, second, or third. If 3 players are getting paid, you each get $1,000. I think that that's always an interesting structure. A lot of places don't offer a Survivor tournament, so it's just a different way of thinking about the game and, you know, picking spots. And I think that that can help your game in other types of tournaments too, like just having that different mindset and that different structure. So if you're able to, come check us out on Monday. That's our 6:15 nighttime tournament. And because it's Survivor style, you know that it won't drag on. It's going to end a little bit faster because there's not like any heads up play. Am I Maria Ho? I am not Maria Ho.
It's a compliment.
I feel like she has like a sweet voice and then it's like higher than mine. But I'm not Maria Ho. I'm Dana. It's a nice to meet you. Unless you called here earlier.
Craig all in with pocket 4s. Yeah, I look over at Nick. I'm like, I gave him a look, and he knew what I was referring to. And he's like, yeah, I don't know, man.
Nick's like a funny one
no,
to
he's hilarious.
like have that involvement too. Like
yeah. Queens top set, easy game for Eddie. Craig will be eliminated. Great run for him.
Give him a little hope. Give him a little hope.
And this is like kind of an annoying spot too. Like Craig, you know, made the good lay down with his aces up against the flush draw, and then you kind of end up in like the same spot. Like you would have gotten fourth then, you get fourth now. It's just kind of one of those things where you're like, ah, oh, okay, thanks. I guess you never like really know how you sound yourself.
There's Tropicana. I knew Banana was in there somewhere. 100 messages today. Thank you, chat. Thank you to our chat.
Ooh.
Always good when we hit that milestone. For all of you here, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends and family. We will be back here on Wednesday for our 5K guarantee $130 buy-in.
I had cash to like people's bounties so they didn't have to go to the cage. That's why I had more in my pocket.
I knew you. Yeah, you're always there in spirit. I knew you were there.
Tropicana banana.
Staple chatter.
24,000.
Blinds at 488. Eddie's still with the chip lead. Commanding chip lead now.
People's champ will not get involved.
Double down
With that screen, it made me think. So my little girl is 18 months old, and she eats a banana pretty much every morning. But she calls banana and her bottle are both Baba. So it's a very confusing morning.
No,
like, I
that's
want
horrible.
Baba, and you're like, oh, like, what does that mean
Flip a
today?
coin.
You know, like, yeah. I said Baba. Like, oh, I'm sorry. My bad. When you said Baba, I thought you meant Baba, but you mean Baba. Like, thanks. So.
Yeah, you gotta teach her how to say nanners.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like, no. Call it Nana. She's not doing it. It's so fun when they, like, say things incorrectly. Like, the
It's the
words
best
they
part.
come up with
Oh, it's
that
yeah.
you then know, like, oh, that's a substitute word for.
And you don't correct them.
No. Instead, I want to, like, change the names of things. So, like, my mom is helping me with her and watches her when I'm here, of course. And she can't say Graham, so she just says Ga. And I'm like, well, that's your name from now on. Like, too bad if you didn't want it that way.
We're gonna make it 29.
29,000.
I got JJ, baby. I got JJ.
I almost raised. I kid you not. I almost raised. I almost raised. Man.
I would have been re-raised.
So our blinds are 4 and 8 now.
That is correct.
What do we think here? So People's Champ has, it's less than 20 big blinds. Yeah. It's got like, what, 18 big blinds? So he's not in, like, super desperate mode, but he definitely would like to switch chip stacks with Daniel. Like,
Yeah.
It's just because I'm laying down when I'm supposed to. Like,
it's just a huge difference in this scenario. And, yeah, Eddie's just going to plug away here.
He's gonna keep leaning.
Yeah, he's
leaning
going to
until
get
one of
some
them falls over.
resistance here with the ace-king, but, I mean, Eddie's not only the chip leader by a large amount, he's also in the perfect position because he can just continue to attack Daniel because Daniel doesn't want to go out in third when he has People's Champ.
Yeah, they're both
Double the
leveraging each
stack,
other.
yeah.
So
So even here, you know, he doesn't put in the re-raise with ace-king. He's just going to check things out. I think on this flop he should peel for sure. 36,000. I mean, he's definitely starting to think like, wait, my stack's disappearing. Stop
and he
betting.
just, I
but
mean, he just called pre-flop too. I mean, you're three-handed. Like I get like some ICM here, but man, I mean, it's basically aces.
yeah,
Three-handed.
I think that it's kind of that same scenario where it's like if you're not going to be aggressive on later streets or you don't have, oop, Eddie hits. Yeah, I think a shove there would be fine pre-flop after he makes it 29 and our blinds are 4 and 8. You know, he's putting in more than 3 big blinds on the raise, 3.5x. And you just want to keep putting distance between yourself and People's Champ We see that Eddie did get lucky there on the
I
end.
just think that hand's going in.
And with that swing, instead of having double People's Champs chip stack, he has 60K more. So it's just a big difference. He just wants to keep that separation and keep hoping that if nothing else, People's Champ is the next victim. Lock up second place. So I really think that Ace King is a shove. Just if you do get called, you're probably flipping. Like very unlikely that three-handed your opponent has aces or kings.
Very boring.
24?
Ooh la la.
Nice call.
I mean, again, Eddie makes it 24, and I think as People's Champ with an ace, I'm shoving there. Eddie's shown that he's flexing this stack.
And just going back to the whole, like the ace king hand, blind on blind, like players he'll just flat with ace king in fear of like losing a big pot, but then you end up just losing more chips in the long run.
Yeah.
The long run by playing it passively and not, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and Brandon stepped away for just a second. I was saying, like, his big concern right now, not only surviving, but continuing to put distance between himself and People's Champ.
Right.
So if Eddie makes a 29K there and you just take it down pre-flop, that's, like, your goal that you've accomplished.
No,
You've
that's
survived.
plenty of EV.
Yeah.
Right.
And now,
Yep.
instead of having double People's Champ's chip stack, he only had 60 more. Now People's Champ played a hand, so again, it's changed.
Daniel picking up some big hands here. Gets queens on the button. Gonna open it up to 20K.
I was gonna say,
Interesting here.
yeah,
that
I've
he's
seen
just
a
gonna
little bit
try
of
to,
People's Champ, and I knew he'd be tempted to call for
yeah,
sure.
he's gonna try to gamble here and try to hit
See
something.
if he can smash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Three-way family pot. Oh wow. This is a
with
massive
his gut shot.
flop.
Okay, I was like,
Top set for Daniel and
yeah.
an open ender for Eddie. And he checks it. Okay, well, he doesn't get punished for it. If I check that, it's 100% a 6 on the turn.
I was going to say, People's Champ is so tempted here with his now 2 pair, his gut shot. Like, I mean, he didn't flop the world with his 9-8, but this flop is, like, not too shabby for a hand like that, too. Of course, we see that both these players are locked out. I love the just call.
Daniel's like, oh, I have queens full. Yes, I will come along.
Oh.
It's actually one of the only bad rivers for Daniel.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
it is what
one
it is.
out against you. You still have top boat, so. Now Eddie's going to get away from it here. So I don't know on the turn. I don't think that Daniel could have made a bad decision on the turn, especially since both players are still in. I think the
Right.
just call is, you know, absolutely fine. It was such a draw-heavy board that maybe they bet 20, call 20, and you make it 50.
Yeah, you price them in.
Similar,
Maybe you can
yeah.
cooler People's Champ.
I mean, you can't fold, guy.
Never folding. There's no
Yeah.
world where he's ever folding.
And now People's Champ is like, I need quads to win. Like,
Wait, what?
He wants to, like, he's like, are there ever earthquakes in Florida where, like, the table just, like, moves completely? Like,
What the hell?
Are you kidding me?
What the?
I just played quads. Are you
I
kidding
think you just got slow rolled, bro.
I mean, do we wear life vests in the shower,
You
too?
got slow rolled.
yeah, I mean, if you're never folding there, so it is,
Yeah, I did not put him on that.
And the bet was only like 20K. It's
yeah,
like,
no, for sure, yeah.
you're not going to drown in
And I
a
mean,
puddle. You know?
it's funny too. Like we talked earlier about like thin value and everything. Like literally, the only hand that beats him is a 10 for quads. So you're up against a one outer. Like, I think I'm shoving there. I think that it's really hard to fold boats. And again, like if People's Champ is like, well, dummy, I have quads. It's like, ooh, that sucks. Like, I think because it's exactly queens there that you should shove because we're in a bounty tournament. Lauren said I was at WSOP in an earthquake in Vegas. When was that? Like,
If I jam, you fold here?
that must have been insane.
28,000.
Were you very scared? I'm just very scared hearing about this. I'm like, wait, what happened next, Lauren? Are you okay? Like, she's like, well, I'm typing into the chat, so I'm fine. It's always crazy when, like, a disaster happens where you don't expect it. Like, yeah, there's tornadoes in Kansas, but an earthquake in Vegas? Ooh. 5 years ago. Main event. I don't play the main event.
I've never understood the people that are like storm chasers and stuff. I'm like, dude.
Yeah, like, there's better jobs.
You're
out
really
there.
just testing fate.
Come deal poker.
Not only do I not, yeah.
You don't have to chase the storm finds you.
Actually, yeah, I encourage my chances of getting bad beat.
It makes no sense.
Was aftershock from California. So, like, how aggressive was this earthquake? Like, a little vibration, or did things really get, like, shook up? I want to know more, Lauren.
Pretty much. That was a double right there.
So I'm sure People's Champ knows that Eddie's calling most of his shoves here. So it's kind of like if Eddie folds, he should shove, like, no matter what he has, I'm pretty sure.
100%.
Yeah, if Daniel opens the pot,
That's different.
yeah, I mean, for him to have the ability to shove if Eddie folds, yeah, he's just going to have to keep shoving.
I would be shoving like 2/3 of my range heads
For
up versus
sure.
Daniel in an unraised pot.
Oh my gosh. Lauren, did you immediately bluff somebody after this earthquake? I'd have been like, if I'm shook, they're shook. So I would have gone all in like the next 7 hands in a row. Would have been like, you guys want to even be in this tournament? Like, we could die. Like, I'm all in.
Like, I would have shoved all in as the earthquake was happening, and then the player abandons their hand. I'm like, well, send him over.
5 double up, guys. 5 double ups. That's it.
Well, it's just a matter of how bad you want it.
How do you want it? Tupac. Hashtag.
Jeez. Can't even make a move with these hands.
Raise 30,000. Heads up.
Oh my gosh, massive cooler here. Daniel raises the big bomb of Queen Jack. Eddie just calls with 3s. Top pair versus middle set on a draw heavy board.
And he knows that he's just going to, like, be picking on him so much. Wow.
Yep, stepped in it. Absolutely stepped in it here.
And he's been so careful. I
People's
mean,
Champ said, yes, please.
we saw Daniel tank. I mean, not a huge tank, but he certainly paused with top boat when only quads beat him. So, so this was, like, very snappy. Like,
Let's go! Short stack. David against.
Yeah, it goes back to, like, you're all of a sudden in this spot, you're not afraid to just shove.
Let's do it.
But then
Yeah.
before, you're afraid to call 20K and do a 200K pot with top out.
Tony's funny.
All right.
Unless you want to chop.
But to be fair, he's probably more afraid of getting outdrawn. So
Skip the break.
Oh, because of the
Oh,
screen?
okay. All right, cool.
Gotcha. Okay, gotcha.
Lauren, I really like this story. Thank you for sharing that. That's pretty cool.
Let me,
We're gonna play.
my fault, guys. It's next level.
Our production team's slow rolling. I'm telling them we're going to do a color up when it's not until the next blind level, and I don't know that we'll still be here then.
All in. You ready?
Really? I don't know what I got.
Yeah, you should definitely go all in.
I gotta look.
Little suited ace-5. Oh, I think he went all in without looking? Oh, not suited, but still.
Come on. Ace-5, stay alive. Ace-5, stay alive. Really? Really?
Running good.
Bad dealer.
I'm running good.
God.
And that is going to do
Bad
it.
dealer.
Nice hit.
Eddie going from second place in our multi-flight to now our standalone winner. Almost a wire-to-wire finish. Once he got the chip lead, he never looked back. People's Champ, another great run for him, finishing in second place. He'll be walking away with 1,473, and I believe he told me he got 3 bounties. So 1,700. Nice 6X for him.
Oh, and look, Lauren in our chat, Daniel's her husband, our third place finisher. Well, congratulations. Yeah, I think Daniel played a really good game and just made a mistake there at the end, but I get it. Like, Eddie's just picking on these guys so much that you're, like, sitting there and you're like, this guy can't have it every time. Like, he's shown that he doesn't. So that was unfortunate, but we do have a really nice table here. We went from feature to final. I think a lot of great players, a lot of fun hands that we got to do. Eddie takes first place, People's Champ second, and Daniel third with some battling there. Craig was out in fourth, and we were definitely like 4 and 5 handed for quite some time. So that was a fun one.
Dana, it was a blast.
I think that everybody enjoyed it. I think we're going to get a lot of comment cards with nothing but 10 out of 10 ratings. 10 out of 10 stars. Are there 10-star ratings?
Not here.
Yeah, not ever here. All right, well, we do appreciate you guys coming in and viewing, joining us in the chat with some cool ideas, thoughts, hellos. Please join us next time, and we out.
Later.